Fellas. It was a long weekend, a lot of hoops, in-season tournament Friday. This weekend had some crazy games, some good performances. Y'all know how we do on Mondays. I'm gonna just go around the room. I'm gonna ask everybody to talk about what they seen this weekend, how they feel about it, and what's the recap. Chilton, I'm gonna start with you, man. What'd you see this weekend?
I like what I'm seeing in Dallas, to be honest with you. I like the fact that Kyrie Irving is starting to get more acclimated to playing off of Luka. He looks like he's getting a little bit more comfortable. His game is slowing down, but not in a because he's slowing down kind of way athletically. It's slowing down because he's starting to pay more attention to Luka and Luka's nuances and where he wants the basketball. I really like what Grant Williams and both him and Derek Lively are doing, how they play off Luka. This Dallas team, I had them as a play-in team simply because I think the Western Conference is a nightmare. I'm wondering if they could keep this up for the whole season, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from Dallas so far. I am.
Okay, cool. Damo, what you got? What you got for the weekend?
For the most part, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, Ant Edwards is he's a superstar. I'm not gonna lie to you. At this point, I'm ready to say it. I don't know if anybody else wants to say it. I know everybody wants to take their time and not be too soon and this, that, and the third. That's fine. Ant Edwards is a superstar. I'm not gonna hold you. Between that, I was 100% right about the Thunder. They might be further. If they keep this up, they might be further along than I thought they were. I didn't think this is the year they really will make noise. I thought this is just, they actually make the playoffs, be a fun team to watch. If they keep this up, if Chet is genuinely better than what a rookie is supposed to be, this team might be a lot better than I thought. Obviously, with the Mavericks, I can admit I was wrong about the Mavericks. They're looking a lot better on the court than I've seen them on paper. I did not believe it, but as far as the season's been going, they've proved me wrong. I was 150% wrong about Tyrese Maxey, and I'll admit it. Tyrese he's a dog. I mean, gee, I knew the kid could hoop, but man, I didn't know Harden was literally hindering him like that. That boy is a dog, man. And of course, I can't go without saying my guy Cam Reddish is starting to get the confidence. The confidence is showing, G. The confidence is changing, as Ahmad Shuffer would say. The confidence is changing, and I love it.
Real quick, Damo, rewind. It's obvious that Ant is the best player on that team. What's the difference between him being the best player on that team and superstardom? What's pushing you to him being a superstar right now?
Them trading Cat and getting more depth, so he is like definitively the best player. And
so you don't think turning him?
It's his team, literally. When it's legitly his team. Like right now, he's yanking the team. But as long as Cat's there, there's still going to be a perception of Cat was the number one pick before the regime. It's kind of like an Embiid in the process type of thing. He was there when they tried to make the shift. So I feel like subconsciously in that organization, as long as Cat's there, they're not going to give Ant his due diligence entirely. He might be 70% there. When Cat leaves, it's 100% his team.
Okay, I can get with that. So it's like R. Kelly in public announcement, like this dude ain't gonna be here long. This dude is a superstar, but as long as he with them, we can't really see that superstardom. Once he get away from them, you're gonna see how much different he is. I could get with that.
But is it so Damo? Does that make the team better, or does that just make it to where Ant can really be the superstar?
I don't want to say it'll make the team better because they already look great with Cat. So I don't know how much better they could be by adding like role players and depth. Now, obviously, you trade Cat for another all-star level player or superstar, then that mean, depending on who it is, that will make them better. But nah, it's just about and someone said in the chat, I don't hate Cat. It's just, I know for a fact when it comes to the decisions and the inner workings and the conversations behind the scenes, I mean, I'm pretty sure most people on that team would ride with Ant being the best player, but Cat still has say-so on that team. Rudy Gobert don't got say-so on that team. No one cares what Rudy thinks at a time like this. No one cares what he has to say in a players-only meeting. But if Cat says something, I know for a fact there's a certain percentage of that organization that's going to listen to Cat over Ant because he was there first. You remove Cat from that situation, it's completely a new regime. It's completely Ant's team. At least these are assumptions. I could be wrong. I'm not in a locker room. I'm with y'all. So I could be 100% wrong. Cat can just, hey, this is your team, young fella, and I could just not know. But I like to assume. That's all we do up here is assume anyway.
It's obvious that he's the best player on the team. I'm sorry, Big Ox. Go ahead.
Obvious.
No, I was just gonna say, like, Who knows if we want Ant to be our vocal leader? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I hear you though, Damo. Like I see where you're going with it though. I see where you're going with it.
Ant seems like he's capable and obviously willing. You know his personality. He's outgoing. He's talkative. You seen he got into it with Draymond last night. Said, "Don't foul me like that." Draymond said, "What you gonna do?" And it was some jawing back and forth, and Ant went out there and closed the game and literally shut Draymond the hell up.
Shut the door.
So like that, that's what leaders do. They speak up during moments like that, and then they go deliver. And then in the post game, say, "Oh, this was nothing. I was built for the moment."
I'm sick of Draymond with this tough guy thing. I see the irritation that you guys have for Draymond. I get sick of Draymond with this tough guy thing. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? How about that? What are you gonna do, dude? Give me a break, man. I do get sick of him, but back on Ant. To be honest with you, he's been playing really good though as of late. I think last night he went 21 and 14, and that was the difference in the game in terms of them getting on the backboard. The game before that, I think he went 29 and 13. He's always been one of the better rebounders in the game, but the difference is that Minnesota's defense. I hear a lot of people talking about the Golden State Warriors need help. Oh, they just ran into a buzzsaw last night in terms of a defensive team. After that first quarter, they gave up. I think they gave up 30. I think they gave up less than 100 for the game to the starters. And I think, and everybody's looking at what Steph Curry did. I thought Jaden McDaniels did as good a job as he possibly could on Steph Curry, even though he went for 38. He did as good a job as he possibly could on this dude. So I'm still on this Minnesota train, man. And I don't want to overexert myself, but I'm on it. I am.
Can I ask for the people? I don't know no one set it up here, but I'm addressing the chat mostly. But even if somebody has a reason to slow up on it up here, what is it that would make Ant a superstar? Because I've seen somebody say, "Oh, if he's able to lead his team to a championship." Well, I'm led to believe. Well, let me ask: when did y'all label Luka a superstar? How long did it take? Was it after the bubble series? Was it when they made the conference finals? When was Luka a superstar? When it's the conference finals, that's when he was a superstar.
That's when it was for me. Like, he was already an awesome player, but the fact that he went deep into the playoffs like he did, and the way he was playing, going in deep into the playoffs, it was obvious that this dude is the goods. That's when I was on board for him being a superstar.
Ox, Mars, Ron, Ticket.
LeBron and Steph are still my only superstars in the NBA. So
one more time, Mars, I ain't hear you.
LeBron and Steph are my only superstars in the NBA. So Luka's my superstar.
It's about to me. When I'm talking about a superstar, I'm talking about more so just like from a talent standpoint, as opposed to like just like their global recognition and stuff like that. So when I talk about superstars, I think there's quite a bit superstars as far as like those top tier players. And I think Ant can get there. He just got to show us something this year and make a good playoff run. But to me, it's like Ant hasn't done anything that Donovan Mitchell didn't do in Utah.
First of all, what is a superstar? Let's get to the bottom of that. Can we? I haven't seen Ant have a run like Donovan Mitchell did in Utah yet. You know what I'm saying? I'll have a crazy playoff performance or a crazy playoff series. I've seen Donovan Mitchell go crazy in the playoffs and have incredible regular seasons, be the first seed in the West. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just not for. I'm not for the Anthony Edwards is a superstar stuff yet. Anthony Edwards is a hell of a player. He averaged 31 a game last year against Denver in that playoff series. I just want to put that out there. That's cool. It still wasn't like. That's fair.
It was like production wise. It was great, and so I hate to sound like one of those guys like, oh, well, it didn't look crazy, you know what I'm saying? But when we're talking about like what it was, so compare that to what Donovan Mitchell did to Denver, you know what I'm saying? Those years ago, I don't think those performances match up.
So every superstar is on the same like they're the exact same. You can't have. There's not like I'm not gonna say tiers to being a superstar, but I mean, I can understand if Donovan went there and gave him 36, that's great. I mean, Ant gave him 33 a game. I don't.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, I never really considered Donovan Mitchell a superstar. You know what I'm saying? But I did think that he was, he had, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but he was crazy. Like a lot of these guys are just so good, but I mean, we when we start calling cats superstars, we do gotta nitpick though. You know what I'm saying? I hate to do that, but it's like we have to nitpick. If we didn't in the NBA, then we'd be talking about 25 dudes right now that are superstars because there's so much talent. You know what I mean? And so that's why I'm like, let's hold off on Ant for a minute or two.
Yo, fellas, speaking of which, obviously I've told you guys at the beginning of each month we'll do our team ranking. So we'll rank our team, do our power rankings, obviously. Well, choice rankings. That's what we choice charts. That's what we call them from here on out. But we're also gonna do at the quarter of every season, we're gonna do our player tier list, team tier list, and things of that nature. I'm eager to see. First off, it's going to be 6 categories, so we need to figure out the name of the 6 categories, whether the top is superstar or whether the top is elite or all of that. We got to figure out the names of those, but it's going to be six tiers. Eager to see where Ant falls in that tier and whatnot. But we still got a few games to go. We still got about 10 more games to see how everything's transpired, and then we'll get to the quarter of the season. What's good, Ticket? Talk to me.
I'm sick of all you niggas, man.
Why?
I mean, y'all coming here with this penny ante stuff, man. And the biggest story in America is these stripping ass strippers. And y'all coming here talking about Ant-Man. Bro, let me say something, man. First of all, Bob, do you still feel the same way about the strippers when you was in here capping last week? This is why I'm annihilating your ass. Hold on.
Haven't changed my mind.
Hold on.
You asked me a question. Let me ask you a
question.
question.
I'm finished asking you the question. I won't get finished getting the question out.
Okay.
Because you came in here glazing last week, saying, "Oh, I ain't worried, this, that, and the third." I want to ask you, Bob, is there any pause for concern from what you've seen from these stripping ass strippers? Because this is what they do. They strip down in front of the world and expose themselves and who they really are to the world.
Let me know when I can answer the question.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna let you answer that question first. Because I'm tell y'all something. man. Bro, this James Harden's last year in the NBA. This is James Harden. No, I want to say this again. This is James Harden's last year in the National Basketball Federation. Chilltown. Bob, Mars, Damo. The Philadelphia 76ers are undefeated since trading this bum. And let me say this.
Never played for the
Maxey,
Sixers.
Hold on.
Because that point means nothing. He never played for them this year.
I got heat for Damo, too. I got an extendo for Damo. Maxey. Stripped your boy. Maxey stripped your boy down until he's new. Your boy Tyrese Haliburton. Yeah, I see you ain't coming here talking about that today. You ain't coming here talking about that 50 burger he got put on his head. But we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But they're undefeated since this fool left. Bro, since they made the trade for James Harden, the strippers are 0-5, bro, and can't score 100 points, man. Bro, let me tell you something, man.
That's crazy.
Go ahead, Bob. This is James. They're gonna.
Okay, so I'll answer your question. Due to my respect for that 82 game season, I do still feel like there's no cause for concern.
Go ahead, Chill.
I just think Tyler Lue gotta need to buck up and do what needs to be done, and we all know what needs to be done.
What is that in your opinion?
Oh, here he goes.
No, I want to know what he. Hold on. I want to
know exactly what he's going to say.
Hey, Bob,
He's not going to talk about who you think he's going to talk about.
If it doesn't consist,
man, you just send Russell Westbrook ass to that bench.
I told you.
I'm going to give you some facts though. If it doesn't consist of trading James Harden,
James Harden,
it ain't going to work. Yes, because I'm going to tell you why, bro.
You gotta have some patience, bro. You can't just throw something together and expect it to happen right now.
I want you to think about this, bro. I want you to think about this. We all went in here last year. Damo, Mars, everybody questioning whether or not we thought Russell Westbrook was going to make it when he was with the Lakers another year in the NBA. He showed the ability to be traded to another team and adjust and do what he had to do to fit in and around Kawhi. They were the best trio in the league statistically before trading for James Harden so far in the early season. Since they traded for James Harden, they have moved to dead last. Neither one of those dudes averaged 20 since James Harden been there. Kawhi Leonard is leading with 18.8 points per game, and James Harden is last with 13.5 points per game out of that big four. Bob, They don't play no D. They think about this. They don't play any D.
So what? Did James Harden mess up the defense?
Yes, because if you
who was he starting for? Who was starting before James Harden?
No, it's not that. Hold on. It's not that. It's that.
I'm just asking. I'm asking questions back. Who was starting in that Clippers team before James Harden?
No, the positions will switch. You now have Kawhi.
But do y'all know who was in the starting five before James Harden got there?
Bones Highland.
Bones Highland.
Okay, so James Harden came to the Clippers and just messed up the whole defense.
Ask Mars, do we think that?
I'm asking you.
Nigga, you know my answer. Hold on.
I mean, if James Harden comes to your team and so you stop playing defense because of it, that's your problem.
You can't stop the Grizzlies without Ja. The Grizzlies been getting destroyed by everybody. You can't stop them without Ja. Luka drops 40 on you. Easy. He could have had 60 that game if J. Kidd would have let him loose the whole game. Then you get dropped. Lonnie Walker. Lonnie Walker comes and annihilate.
Luka was spanking the Clippers long before James Harden came to that team. But Luka been spanking them boys. That don't got nothing to do with James Harden.
Point out the other guys though, Bob. What about Julius Randle dropping them? That's the only good game he's played this year. It's against the Strippers. So Julius Randle.
James Harden.
Yes.
All right, cool. I mean, that's fine.
Yes.
Cool. All I'm saying is be patient. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how it works. But
let me ask you one question, Bob. Did the Lakers play better when they got rid of Russell Westbrook last year?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so did the Clippers play worse when they got James Harden?
Yeah, that could be true. Yeah.
Did the Philadelphia 76ers get better when they got rid of James Harden?
James Harden was never playing for them this year.
I asked you, did the Philadelphia 76ers
He never played.
When they James Harden,
He never played.
He played last year.
This year, we talking about.
Bro, this nigga full. Hey, Ron, this is why this nigga can't stand on stage with me, bro. Bro, this little.
Why? Because you a liar and I'm the truth.
No, I'm not a liar. And I'm gonna ask you about the Phoenix Suns too, who look like baby shit. I'm like, because you was capping for them too. Yeah, you was capping for them too. So you're bro.
Hey, bro, you gotta be patient sometimes, bro.
Hey, Bob, you easy, Bob. Just tell the truth. Hey, listen, man. What we see from the Clippers, bro, it's unheard of. And this is why I got a problem, y'all. Because if this was LeBron James, you know how much criticism LeBron would have got if he would have put a team together like this and they would have been doing this chill town?
By you.
How much chill town? How much has Kawhi Leonard gotten off the hook with all of the shit he's done? All of the stuff Kawhi Leonard has done.
He's injured.
Chill town.
Because he's
to LA.
injured.
The first thing you did was
Are you seriously quoting
injured
Chill Town? He's not
and
injured.
you traded all those draft picks for Paul George, who's bought you nothing. Then what did you do? You also convinced them to bring on your former teammate Norman Powell, all those guys. They did that. Didn't help. Then you went and got them to trade Russell Westbrook because you wanted to show up LeBron James and say, hey, me and Paul George can do more with Russ than what y'all could do. But these two buffoons couldn't even get on the court. Then what did they do to try to top the cake of it all? They bring in James Harden trying to be funny. And the shit blow up in their face. And nobody got no smoke for them. But whenever LeBron James build a super team, everybody go crazy. Everybody talking down. Everybody disrespecting. When KD does this, everybody talking down. Everybody disrespecting. Kawhi Leonard has ducked the most criticism. I have never seen a dude who deserves the most criticism like Kawhi Leonard. No leadership, Ron. His game looks like it's deteriorating in front of our very eyes.
Yo, why you act like Kawhi Leonard's running the front office or something?
He is. He made them trade all the picks in shade just to get Paul George, man. So he's not running it? You don't think he convinced them to go get Russ along with Paul George? They were the ones who recruited Russ. They admitted it. What about James Harden when they were talking to James Harden this summer to get him to go over to the Clippers? Why do you think he said the only team I want to go to is the Clippers? That's because of him, bro. And that's the problem, Bob. This is the problem I have, bro. Kawhi Leonard, bro, he has ducked the most smoke. They said he couldn't play. I
thought Kawhi Leonard wanted Jimmy Butler and Bradley Beal.
They say he couldn't play all those years, Chilltown. Why? Because they said he had degenerative knee shield, and they said
didn't Kawhi Leonard want Jimmy Butler? Didn't Kawhi Leonard want Jimmy Butler and Bradley Beal?
Chill. As soon as you take his money, Chilltown, he playing every game, right?
But
he played every game.
11. It's been 11 games.
He playing every game, right, Mars? Every game.
The season literally just started, bro.
Okay. And when the last time he played every game when the season started? Back to
I
back.
don't know. I don't got the information.
A decade, nigga. I'm gonna give it to you. 10 years. So he been pimping the program.
I'm not trusting your word for it, but all right.
Cool. You don't have to chill, Chan. Go ahead, man. Mars, y'all go ahead, because maybe if y'all think I'm capping about this, Mars, if you think I'm wrong, Damo, what I'm saying about James Harden and Kawhi Leonard, because I feel like this, bro. I come in here and cook AD all the time. I talk shit about AD, but bro, who has done more shit than Kawhi Leonard, bro? The man came to LA talking stuff. He came to LA talking about,
But Tiki, why won't you acknowledge the fact, like I said, that he wanted Jimmy Butler and then Bradley Beal? You making it seem like he was breaking his neck to get Paul George, but he wanted Jimmy Butler. He wanted Brad Beal.
He didn't tell him if y'all don't trade. Am I lying? He didn't tell him if y'all don't trade all those picks and Shea and get Paul George, I'm not coming. He didn't tell him that. See, Chill Town. When LeBron James did this, I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm so upset. When LeBron James brought Russ over to the Lakers, people killed LeBron for that because they was losing. Kawhi Leonard got his hands all in the cookie jar.
Did they kill LeBron or kill Russell Westbrook?
Hold on. He got his hands all in the cookie jar with this. Chill Town, why this man don't get no smoke? He's supposed to be a superstar. Luka Doncic just stripped these niggas down, Chill Town.
Because it's the Clippers.
That was embarrassing what Luka and Kawhi did to them dudes.
Because it's the Clippers, and nobody really care about the Clippers. That's all it is.
So I don't want to hear about Kawhi. No more conversations then. We don't
I want to ask you though
about Kawhi being top 10 in the league. I'm sorry.
Ticket. So you saying Kawhi and James Harden are the two biggest people to blame in this? So can I get a percentage allocation? Like, is James Harden 60%? Kawhi's the rest of the 40%? Is Ty Lue in there? Does PG get some blame? Does Russ get blame?
It's 100% Kawhi and Paul George. Because why would you bring
Kawhi, Paul George or Kawhi and Harden?
No, because they did that to cover their. They wanted to cheat the system. They literally wanted to say, okay, we can have James do what he do during the regular season, and then come postseason, you know what I'm saying? Then what we can do is come postseason, we can turn it up. That's what they thought was gonna happen. But they got to play all these games. They got to play all these games. So that's a problem. See what I'm saying? That's a real problem right there.
So first of all, what we got to remember is as bad as James Harden, the addition of James Harden has been to this crew, there's other stuff going on with this team. Like for the fact that Russell Westbrook is their best rebounder. That's number one. Number two, I'm watching them in their defense last night yesterday afternoon with what Ty Lue had on that lineup with Russ, James Harden, Leonard, Paul George, and Zubac. Paul George got to rebound more. Paul George is not rebounding enough at the 4, and that's hindering them. Number 3, Memphis did a real good job in putting their guards on the box and getting Zubac away from the basket and getting a lot of pick and dives from. I'm not picking dive. I'm sorry. A lot of cuts to the basket because Zubac was away from the basket. That's Ty Lue's issue. Ty Lue has not adjusted to that. Add that to the fact that I'm getting back to Paul George at the 4, the athlete that he is, playing the 4. Russ should not be your best rebounder. You guys need to rebound. You in particular.
But my question was they rolling before Harden came over there?
Well, not only were they rolling, Russ was rolling. Just so you guys know, just before James Harden came over, Russ was a plus 18 on average. I think it was 4 games. He was plus 18 on average before James Harden came over. I think he was like a minus. I don't think he was a minus yesterday. I think he was a plus yesterday. But he hasn't been what he was. And it looks like this offense is, all right, get James the ball. James, you get this guy involved. And they just look discombobulated as a group. I didn't like James Harden coming over here simply because I wanted to see what Russ, Leonard, and Paul George look like with this group. Because it was working last year before Leonard got hurt. It was working. Terrence Mann actually looked good. The fact that he's gotten hurt, now he's got back into the lineup. He's getting run, and he's being productive. Same thing with Norman Powell. The problem isn't just James Harden.
No, it is James Hill.
It's not just James Harden. The reason why it's not just James Harden is because these guys don't rebound. They don't rebound at a high level, and they don't defend. Add that to the fact that this guy Ty Lue, their coach Ty Lue, and Mars has said it in the past, is a small ball merchant, and it hurts them because they don't get on the backboard.
But they did hold on.
It's a huge problem.
Here's why I disagree with you, homie. Because they did have chemistry. They did have continuity. The only thing they had that was a problem is they couldn't keep their stars on the court. Now what James Harden does is this. First thing he does is he eliminates Terrence Mann. Because you told Terrence Mann from the beginning of the season that Terrence Mann was going to be the starter. Terrence Mann was excited, turned down his contract extension because he thinking he's going to play his way into a bigger contract. Then guess what happened? All of a sudden, you trade for James Harden. What does that do? Eliminates Terrence Mann, ruptures his mindset, and now he's demoted back to the bench where he's completely in a different.
But he's always been a really good rotation player.
No.
Always been a good rotation player. Always.
He felt like,
always. I think he's averaging 25 minutes a game, something like that.
But he felt like
getting hurt. It's not like, and he was hurt too. Ticket. Don't leave that out.
But he felt like
he just got back the last 3 games.
But he was told. No, I'm with you. But he was told from the beginning of the season that he had won a starting spot. So you don't lose a starting spot because you got an injury. So he was told that. But then if you go look at the video when James Harden came in the locker room, look at Terrence Mann's face. You can see he's deflated as soon as he seen dude come in the locker room, bro. So then you talk about that. Then we talk about Bones Holland, those guys. Bones Holland, those dudes that just came in and started getting into the rhythm of this team based off what we saw last year in the playoffs versus this year. Now with James, Kyle Lewis playing James with the second unit a lot. So what is James doing? He's eating the ball up a lot, which is what Bones Holland and the other boy, the DJ Norman Powell, want to do. No, Norman Powell. That's what they want to do in that second unit. They want to run a second unit. So you running James a lot of minutes with the second unit has ruined that. You've ruined the first unit because you got Kawhi and Paul George out here guarding fours, which they can't do. It's obvious they can't do it. You understand what I'm saying? At least in the past, if he was a small ball merchant, he had a dude that was 6'9", 6'10" at that four spot, like a Nick Batum or somebody. So all I'm saying to you is this, bro. James Harden has completely destroyed that team. He's destroyed the chemistry of that team, and the only way that they can fix it is to get rid of that dude, bro. And that's.
But why? When did Terrence Mann feel valued though, knowing that they refused to trade him for James Harden, knowing that all the trade talks that the Clippers were making sure to let people know, like, Terrence Mann is not on the table. We're not trading him. Wouldn't he instead of feeling deflated, wouldn't he be happy, like, yo, they want me here?
No, I agree. You right. I mean, you right. Terrence Mann, he would feel that way, but it don't mean nothing if you ain't playing him. I can tell you, hey man, we ain't gonna trade you. But then if I don't do what I'm saying I'm gonna do, if I don't do what I'm saying I'm gonna do, then that's something else. And I'm gonna tell you why it's gonna be hard for Tyronn Lue, because he came out at the beginning of the season and said Russ is the leader of our team. He's our starting point guard. So now what are you gonna do? 8 to 10 games in, say, hey Russ, go to the bench. We got James. No, you're gonna lose Russ. You can't do that because you made a commitment and a promise to Russ, and you got Russ to take less money to come back to join the team. Well, Russ could have went and got a little more money and went somewhere else.
And it was working before he was somewhere else. It was working.
Right. So now when you bring James in, here's the thing. You think he's going to walk up to James and say, hey, James, man, I need you to come off the bench. What's the first thing the Negro said when he came in? He said, I am the system. I ain't a system player. So that lets you know what it was right there. Then Chilltown, did you see Kawhi Leonard's face during the game last night? Yeah. Kawhi Leonard looks like he's ready to demand a trade right now. And he shouldn't be able to be allowed to do that, bro. All I'm saying is, for all the stuff these dudes have talked, for all of the stripper fans worldwide that have been running around here running amok, bro, the least amount of smoke that Kawhi Leonard and these guys get for failure after failure after failure after failure is alarming to me, man. Because we talk about LeBron and AD, or I do, and them niggas got a chip. Kawhi and them ain't did nothing since they came to LA.
I got a question, Damo. So the way this is going right now, and am I out of line when I say that as of right now, James Harden doesn't really have a lot of trade value. So let's just say that this thing continues. When we get to the buyout market, could you see the Clippers eating his contract and telling him to keep it moving?
That would be the worst decision ever. The obvious answer here is to just bring James off the bench, and y'all need to go and get some other bigs or bigger bodies to bang in the post and go from there. That's as simple as it is. If James don't want to come off the bench, then you have these conversations about eating the contract, buying him out, and then moving on from James. If he's not willing to buy in, he wanted to come to your team. He forced his way out of a situation to come play for y'all. So he needs to do what it takes to win, because he's not a winner. I'm sitting here with a confusing look on my face, because Ticket, I'm dead serious when I say you got to talk to the man in the mirror when you're talking about giving the Clippers their due diligence of giving them slack, because people like me, and I'm only speaking for myself, I can't speak for nobody else. People like me have been giving the Clippers slack since the beginning of time. There's never been a time where I didn't give the Clippers slack. I've always been on the Clippers' head and told and been honest about them failing religiously. And there has been a massive amount of people doing that. Now, because every game people aren't willing to do that, doesn't mean it's not happening. I said it when it happened, this is a bad trade for them. I was told James Harden is good and, it's going to work because this, that, and the third. No, I knew this was bad for them. It's not enough basketballs for 4 ball-dominant players. It wasn't going to work. Because I know it's not going to work, I'm not going to overreact every game saying, oh, my God, it's the end of the world for the Clippers. It's the Clippers. Why am I going to sit here and call losers repeatedly? That doesn't make sense. They always lose. We're talking about, Luka stripped them down. He stripped them down 2 years ago in the bubble. He just lost. Luka has religiously bust their ass whenever he wants to. It's just about the help around Luka. So it's not new. Like, the things that you're complaining about with the Clippers, they're not new. So I don't get the overreaction on it. It's not an
overreaction. It's not an overreaction. I've always reacted this way to the Clippers. If you go back and check my videos from the past, I've always been on the Clippers helmet. My whole thing was that I don't understand why people would put Kawhi in a level and say he's on levels like KD and LeBron, but he don't get the same level of scrutiny when he does this type of shit. So what I'm saying is, like, when you look at the people who criticize LeBron, criticize KD, criticize all these guys, this is daily criticism after each game. But Kawhi don't get that, but he's supposed to be at that level. He's supposed to be a 2-time champion, 2-time finals MVP, and all of these other things. So why he doesn't get the same smoke? He came to LA running his mouth, doing something he don't never do.
I would say because in years past, whenever he's been healthy, he's been a good player. It's just the fact of him not being there. I don't know who in their right mind is going to sit here and give a guy slack who's in street clothes, other than Anthony Davis, of course. But other than Anthony Davis, when guys are in street clothes, you're not slandering them and talking about how bad of a decision or bad of a leader. There's nothing to talk about when he's missing a third of the season religiously. Like, that's a normal thing.
I'm saying that Kawhi's was not due to injury, most of it. I'm saying I've always called him out for load managing and for stealing money. I've always called him out for being a thief. Because I was always told that he couldn't play back-to-backs because he had degenerative knees. So that the medical staff said that he literally could not play back-to-backs and he could not play every game. It was impossible for the rest of his career, and that his knees was only going to get worse. Well, I just asked, why when the first time he got his money taken away from him, why is a Negro out here on the court every single night now?
He actually on pace to play 82 games.
It makes sense. It makes sense, Damo.
I just want to put it out there.
This man is 40%.
I just love to see it.
Yeah,
I don't care what it took. I'm just happy these brothers is playing.
It's no way we're upset. It's no way we're upset that Kawhi Leonard's playing basketball.
No. It's not about It's not about
no, Ox. Nope, that's not it. It's not that we're upset that he's playing. The question is why now? Why hasn't this been going on?
Right.
Why hasn't this been going on? But we know why, and
we don't know why.
This is what people have been asking for since. But this is what people have been asking for damn near. Well, I'm not gonna say damn near a decade, for at least over 5 years. People have been asking for a solution for players load managing, and everyone. I can remember these basketball circles and conversations of, well, we gotta find a way to take the money from them, and people were convinced there was no way you could take money from players. There was no way it could happen. It was they're not going to find a way to actually take money from players for load managing, and they found a way. And now, surprise, surprise, we sat on this very same platform. All of these talking heads sat here and said when the rules came out, we're about to see a lot of guys play more now because they want their money.
Damo, y'all crazy if y'all don't think Kawhi's about to start load managing. Like, y'all are insane.
Eventually, it's going to happen.
Well, he said that,
Kawhi Leonard is not playing 70, 65
He's going to play damn near 80 games this year, chill.
No, he's not, bro.
He said himself, Big Eye.
I can guarantee you Kawhi Leonard is going to get to load management.
Bob.
He said that it's not enough. He said,
hey, chill.
This
is why that boy going to lose on Black Friday, chill. This is why he's going to lose with me on Black Friday.
Kawhi Leonard has said there is no rules. There's no rules or amount of, no rules to make me play more games. That tells me that, I'm going to try to play as much as I can. That's all I'm going to do.
Just like he tries every year.
Chill. This boy is not going to beat me on Black Friday, and he just proved why. For him to say, you think Kawhi's not going to... Bro, listen. The fact that not only have you started out playing every game, but the fact that they're losing most of these games, if you know basketball, that would have to be inclined for Kawhi to play more games because they're going to need the wins as they go further in the season if they keep losing early. So they
do you know how many games run the NBA season? Do you know how many games run the NBA season?
Because if they're losing all these games early, that would mean that he would have to play later on in the season because they have a best chance with him on the court winning games. So,
no, Ticket, that don't work. That don't work. I'm talking about mathematically, Ticket. That don't work because if they're this bad as you're saying, if they're this bad and James Harden is this much of a cancer, then by the time the end of the season comes, it ain't gonna matter anyway. They're gonna be one of the worst. They're going to be one of the worst teams in the league. You know what I'm saying? According to you, they're going to be one of the worst teams in the league. So what will be the point? What will be the point of playing in game 68?
Play in.
You're playing. Come on, bro. There ain't no way. It's not possible they'll make the play-in ticket. They haven't won a game. No. They haven't won a game. They haven't won a game since James Harden got there. So that just leads me to believe. That means that further lets me know that they're not going to win any games because they haven't won since he got there. So they're probably not going to win any games until at all. You know what I'm saying? We have to judge the whole entire season. We have to judge the whole entire season based on what we've seen since James Harden got there. And since they haven't won a game since James Harden got there, that makes me logically think that they won't win the game at all because we have to judge the whole season based on this portion that we've seen so far.
They may beat Denver.
If we go off of that logic, they're not beating anybody.
Well, that's not true. They may beat Denver next because they don't have Jamal Murray, and I think that they'll have to step up. Maybe Kawhi goes off for 40 or 50. Then they may beat the Houston Rockets because Mars Houston Rockets showed me that they're going to
beat Denver and beat the Rockets? They got James Harden on their team.
Let me finish. Mars Houston Rockets showed me that they're good, but they're not great yet. But I give Ime Udoka a lot of props. Because Ime's been doing a damn good job turning that team around. You can see the turn in that team. So they're good.
We'll get to that in a second, Ticket. But I do want to play a sneaky game with everybody.
Hold
up right quick. Let's play a sneaky game. I got everybody up here. We all know that the Clippers haven't won since James Harden got there. So I'm going to just go ahead and put this on the screen right here. And I need you guys to tell me each individually what game that you predict the Clippers will finally get a dub with James Harden. As you can see, tomorrow night they play the Denver Nuggets.
It's not possible, Ron. They've already lost every game.
So Bob, you got them going. How
many games have they won so far?
They're going 3-79. You got them
3-79. 3-79. That's my take. 3-79.
So they're not winning another game for the rest of the season.
No, because I'm listening to Ticket's logic. Ticket took me to school. Thanks for that education.
That's not my logic.
3-79.
That's not my logic. That's your logic.
Yes, it is.
That's your logic.
Damo, when do you think that the Clippers will finally get their first win with James Harden?
Against the Spurs.
Against the Spurs, November 20th. Damo has November 20th circled on his calendar. Mars, when will they get that first victory?
Or the 22nd?
In the next 7 days. I don't know. One of those games in the next 7 days they'll win.
Hey, Mars, and that's why this boy can't beat me in Black Friday because I can use his own stupid logic against him.
Bro, my logic isn't stupid, bro. They already said you got smoked in the face-off. They already said it was a landslide in the face-off. So now when we get to the real thing, it ain't even gonna be, bro. The way I'm gonna do you, dog, I'm gonna do you now.
Stay focused, Ticket. Stay focused.
You understand what I'm saying? But
at least y'all got battles with people that go back and forth with y'all, man. My face-off was whack as hell. I got this guy can't sell
Hey, Damo, your face-off was funny, and I heard Lamont Sanford. I heard you trying to be funny, bro. Just make sure that you know what I'm saying, focus on not getting cooked by Damo, nigga. So, like I said, just leave my name out of your little commentary.
It's impossible.
Yeah, make sure
it's impossible.
Make sure you do that. But hey, Mars, you guys are tripping. I think they may beat Denver, bro. I think they'll come out chill town. Not chill. The reason why I say this, you say no chill. Denver doesn't have Murray. I think they got.
Don't need Murray.
I think
that ain't the problem.
I'm gonna say this.
Murray ain't the problem.
I think Kawhi has too much pride. I think he got too much pride as a person. As mad as I saw him on the bench after last game, he may come out and try and drop 50 this game just to get a win, just to try to get them a win.
Right.
So I don't see them losing that game, or I'll be honest with you. I don't think they're gonna lose to the Houston Rockets. I just don't. Even though the Houston Rockets are playing better, I just think they're better than the Rockets, bro. They're playing in LA. I think, is that right, Mars? They're playing in LA, Houston. So yeah, they'll win that game. If it was in Houston, I would think differently. But that game is in LA. I think they'll probably beat. Is Denver in Denver or in LA? Is that in Denver? If that's in Denver, I'll change my pick.
First off, it's an in-season tournament game against Denver and the Rockets, and it looks like they're in Denver.
Oh, they're in Denver? Oh, I changed my pick then. they'll beat the Rockets.
I ain't changing it simply off the strength that I think they get destroyed on the backboard. That's
No,
the
I'm saying
difference.
I agree with you.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, but I just think that they get killed on the backboard against the Clippers, against Denver, and I just think that front line is just too much for the Clippers. Paul George does not rebound enough for me. He should be rebounding more at that position, playing the 4. The athlete that he is, with the small ball lineup that they have, he should be rebounding more. Russ should not be your best rebounder. And that's the problem with them. And you got a team in Denver with both Aaron Gordon and Joker who clean glass routinely, both on the offensive and defensive end. So that's going to be a problem.
But chill, does putting James Harden on the bench help that? Because Damo said put him on the bench. I don't think that helps. I think the only thing that helps them is trading James Harden.
If you put James Harden, if you make James Harden a rotation player, they don't have nobody on a second unit. I'm not just talking about Denver. In the league, you put James Harden as a second unit guy and turn him loose. You put him on a second unit and turn him loose.
But what does that do to Bones Highland? And what does that do to what you call it?
Well,
I'm
about to say Bones not getting no take, so you will have to decide between Bones and Terrence Mann to start next to Russ again. And I'm not going. Well, go ahead.
No, I'm saying, but Damo, if you put James Harden to the bench, would you replace him with somebody that can actually guard forwards and help you clean glass? Why would you?
That's why I said. That's why I said that. They probably need to go and get some more like forward or big depth. When they do that, that's why I said it's a combination. Move him to the bench and find a way to sign somebody who's bigger to help like eat glass or whatever it is. That would be all it takes. But even if you don't add nobody, you move James Harden to the bench.
But
and hell, for them starting PJ Tucker.
Hey, Damo, hold on a second, real quick. Hey, CBT, just so you know, you said as skilled as Paul George. How about Jason Tatum, who leads all small forwards in rebound? He almost averaging double-figure rebounds. So you shut the F up.
That is true. Hey, but chill. Let me ask y'all this. Y'all not answering this question. Do y'all think that James Harden going to accept going to the bench?
Ticket, he has to. He's the one who asked to get on his crew. He has to. Ticket, stop talking about James Harden like James Harden got on his crew and he calling the shots. He asked to get on his crew. I heard what you said, Ticket. He asked to get on his crew. When you ask to come to somebody else, you don't walk to somebody else and tell them what to cook you.
Chill. People, what I'm saying though, he have forced his way out of 3 straight organizations.
Right.
Do you think? I'm saying, do you literally think that now you're going to go to James after what you've seen? And he said, "I am the system." You think they're going to go to him and say, "James, we need you to come off the bench"?
Okay, so it's obvious. Keep going.
We need you to come off the bench and do this. You really think that James Harden is going to do that, or what do you think he get a better chance at? Come off the bench or asking for another trade?
And I'm glad you brought that up. So it's obvious what's going on right now. He's going to have to conform to coming off the bench because he has this kind of trade value. Even if he asks for a trade, he has no trade value ticket. You can't get a bucket of extra crispy and a 6-pack for him right now. As of right now. So with that being said, he asked to get on this crew. And not only did he ask to get on this crew, he asked to get on this crew and it's not going well. So it's up to him to conform to because we were doing fine before you showed up. We were doing fine before you showed up. It's just a situation where, okay, now you're here. We're going to give you the basketball. No, we were doing just fine before you showed up. They were winning. Guys were more plus than minus. Russell Westbrook was playing well. They were winning. So now James Harden gets on this crew. They got other issues, and I want to make sure that I highlight the fact that they got rebounding issues, right? They got transition defensive issues. They got rotation issues. They got all those issues. However, the fact that James Harden got on this crew, you are the new guy, and we're not doing very well. Before you showed up, we were doing very well. So you have to conform to what we're doing so we can get back to that. So if you need to be a rotation player, then you have to be a rotation player. That's the only way this is going to work. And the reason
why he has zero value, bro.
Who was trading for James Harden?
Oh, but chill. You don't lead the league in assists. You don't lead the league in assists and have zero value. There's a team out, and I'm gonna tell you why he has value because he has an expiring contract. So somebody will trade for that deal. Somebody will trade. No, it doesn't. Hold on. No. Listen what I'm saying. I'm saying somebody who wants to get him off their books. Remember when the Lakers traded Russ to the Utah Jazz? And the Jazz was willing to take Russ just to be able to clear that salary. Right. Remember that? Right.
And Russ played these many minutes in Utah. Zero.
No, but you're not hearing me. I'm saying, hold on.
I heard everything that you just said.
Hold on, chill. But the same thing could be for James. You're not people what I'm saying. Understand basketball. And
I understand what you're talking about. I understand what you're talking about, Ticket. You're talking about trading him and just getting him off your book.
But I'm saying, hold on. But I'm saying this. I'm saying that y'all saying he ain't got no trade value. He can still be traded to a bad team like the Houston Rockets can trade for him, and then
And
they can
cut
release him. No, and
then what?
and then he can go as a free agent on the low to a Miami, to one of those teams like that can use him on a low budget price this year. Low risk.
How's Miami gonna be able to use him if he's such a cancer?
No, you're not hearing me because they have a Stroton. Because a guy like James Harden, you have to have one thing in line. You have hold on, chill. Let me finish. You have to have a structure and an organization that he can't break. That's what you have to have for a guy like James Harden. If you got a guy like James Harden and you let him, the inmate, run the asylum, you're done. The only way James Harden is going to succeed is when he has a structured system. So this
is an organization problem. This is a Ty Lue issue. This is
right. Hold on. I agree. Hold on. I agree with you on that. I'm just saying. Chill said he has zero value. I disagree. I think a bad team would take his contract, get him out the books, give him a buyout, and James can go to the free agent market as a cheap player. And then there's 5 or 6 teams out here that would say, you know what, I'll take a chance on James Harden because it's going to be for the minimum because he just came off a big deal.
Fellas, hold up right quick. I got a couple questions that I need to ask. First off, Mars, do you have any take on this topic? The Clippers, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Ty Lue, Kawhi Leonard. We've talked about a lot.
You know, Mars.
The Clippers started 0-5 when they got Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, but the difference was they wasn't
giving up to Mars to bring some logic to the
Here's
situation.
the difference. Hold on. Here's the difference right here. The difference with the Clippers when Russ went over there is this. Russ actually pushed the tempo, and all those games was close. They lost those games in overtime because of Kawhi Leonard. So go look at every one of those games. The games with James Harden, they have been getting ran out the arena, can't score 100 points, and the tempo has completely slowed down. So that first game they played when Russ went over there, they played the Sacramento Kings and Bob and them. And that game went double overtime. They put up 160 points that game. So Russ instantly went over there and pushed the tempo. And they lost late in that game because Kawhi Leonard did some dumb shit and cost the game. And they did that for the first 4 games. So that was a complete different situation. They were actually competitive, and Russ made them better.
Don't blame Kawhi. Just praise Malik.
No. I'm saying, but Kawhi tricked the game up. And him and Paul George with that dumb shit they did late in that overtime. You remember that game. But that was an all-time game as far as scoring.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing they could do about that.
That was an instant classic. Y'all scored 170 points. I'll never forget that game. But like
176.
176, that was crazy, chill. But when you look at the other games, all those games was close. These games ain't close. Them niggas is getting, bro, Memphis was blowing these niggas out last night. Them niggas barely they wouldn't have got to 100 if Afghanistan don't foul Paul George shooting the 3 at the end. What's the black dude? Binyambo, the big dummy that fouled, shooting the 3? He's a damn fool. And this is why Taylor Jenkins needs to be fired, having that dummy out on the court and almost tricking up that game to the Clippers last night. So yeah, those games was different. Look at those 5 losses and look at the losses with James Harden. None of these games have been competitive. They've been getting dropped off by everybody. And if you look at the Russ games, all those games was competitive. Their tempo got pushed through the roof because they were last in tempo and last in scoring in the league. As soon as Russ got traded over there, they went up immediately to one of the best scoring teams in the NBA, and the tempo got pushed. Now that you got James Harden, the tempo goes down. They've barely been scoring 100 points a game in this time, and you can see they've been getting blown out and been getting annihilated. It was a difference with these two. You got to be able to tell the difference. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying about James Harden.
Hey, Ron, before you move on, can I ask a question completely unrelated to the Clippers?
Hold up right quick, because I got 2 more questions about the Clippers. Do we believe that Russ or James Harden should come off the bench? Are we all sold that James Harden? It's James Harden.
I'm sold that it's Harden.
Is anybody up here thinking it's Russ?
Russ started for the.
I think it should be the guy that has a 6 Man of the Year award that has experience coming off the bench in his career already. If the conversation is, James has an ego, he's gonna pout, he's gonna be mad. All right, so then tell him to learn Chinese, buddy, and get ready to go play in the CBA. Because at this point, that's fine. Get you a statue beside Stephon Marbury if you can't buy into trying to win in the NBA, because that will tell you if he wants to be in the NBA or if he just wants to be James Harden. And there's nothing wrong with just wanting to be James Harden. That's fine. Go be James Harden in Israel. Go be James Harden in China. Go be James Harden in West Pakistan. I don't care where you go. Go be James Harden anywhere else. Hell, go be James Harden in Canada. Just can't be James Harden in the NBA because you're at this point in your career where you have to buy in. And that's it. It's about the team. You don't force your way out of all these places. It's just buy in. Russ already bought in before. He bought in the system. He actually played well buying in and was still perceived to be the bad guy. Russ came to this team and was told one thing, and I will hope after being lied to one time in LA, he doesn't get lied to twice. Because if that was the case, I don't think he is literally moving to the East Coast and he's never coming back. So that'll be crazy.
You're gonna lose him.
He's never gonna live in LA again.
Hey, he is gonna be so scorned by LA.
All on Darvin Ham and Ty Lue.
He is going to be so scorned by LA. He's moving to San Diego. He's done with LA. He's done.
Wait, lie to how though, Domo? Because like that,
LeBron and AD lied to him in the Lakers. They told him one thing, and then it was a whole other thing when he got there. I'm convinced. I'm not again. I'm speculating based off how they performed and how he was scapegoated. He was lied to. LeBron and AD, when they had that dinner, y'all remember they went to a dinner to talk about how the season was. They lied to him. Russ, we're gonna let you do this, that, and the third. He got in the training camp. Hey, Russ, give me the ball. So yeah, lied to Russ, and now he goes to the Clippers. He's told one thing. He's told he's going to get his chance to be Russell Westbrook and shown he could be Russell Westbrook. Was the best defender on the court in the playoffs. Legit revitalized his career when people said he was about to learn Chinese. He literally learned to say ni hao after he got traded. He was prepared and saved his career. So I was proud of him. I'm not going to lie. As the biggest hater as I am of him, I'm proud of him. So he was given his chance.
Maybe Bron, AD, and Russ went to dinner, had some steaks, talked some shit, talked about how they was going to run the league. And then Bron and AD was like, yo, Russ, you from out here. Where the hoes at? You know what I'm saying? Like, we think these three sat down and it was like, you know what, here, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to play. We're going to play. Man, they're like, man, we finna get it in. We gonna run the league because we're LeBron, AD, and Russ. I refuse to believe all these narratives from these media outlets.
What narrative? This isn't a narrative. Like literally, before Russ got there, they went to a dinner. Now it wasn't said what was said at dinner.
They went to dinner.
To talk about what was going to go on because Russ was trying to figure out what's the vibe.
And on top of that, Russ had just gotten over there. James and AD had already been there, so we ain't gotta ask him.
So what y'all saying is that when these dudes get together at the end of games, when they be on the hardwood and they get to talking like this,
no,
because they don't want nobody to hear what they're saying. See what they're saying? They be doing this. You're gonna tell me that these three went to a private dinner and then told the world what they talked about? Come on, man.
No one said that at all. I'm telling you, at that dinner, Russ had to have been lied to with how that season went. He was expected to do one thing, was told to go to the bench, performed on the bench, and then everyone still blamed him for why stuff was going wrong. What I'm saying is what he was led to believe coming to the Lakers was not the case when he got to the Lakers. I'm not saying that's what LeBron. No one said that. That's not what the media saying. That
was due to James and AD. At no point, there's no way, Ox, that you can realistically think that sitting down that they didn't have a conversation about what was going to go on the court.
That's why Darvin Ham had to convince him to come off the bench.
Right.
If that was the case, that would have been the plan when he got there was, all right, you're going to be the best six man. No, he came there and Darvin had to convince him to go to the bench.
Which he did, by the way. I'm
not getting this from nobody. This is not from Woj. This ain't from Brian Windhorst. This is theory, and it seems plausible with how mad Russ was about that situation and how happy he was when he finally got a chance to be the player that he wanted to be. It makes sense.
Yeah, you see that's all I'm saying. That's all the reason I'm like, man, we should probably just try to keep it on the court because you know what I'm saying. We don't know what these dudes talk about. So
I know LeBron's a liar. So if that's I know LeBron's a liar.
Here, Ox. What we doing here, Ox?
We supposed to be here talking about basketball.
And we are talking basketball. We're talking about what happened with Russell Westbrook coming off the bench, and now we're talking about James Harden possibly coming off the bench. And how Russell Westbrook got to coming off the bench. You brought up James and AD and Russ talking about where the hoes at. We ain't got nothing to do with that.
No. That's not what happened.
Hey, but that's a good question, though.
No, hold on, Ron, that's not what happened, Ron. What happened is Damo said that they went to dinner and this and that and that.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, so that's off the court. And so, yeah, but we talking about the stuff we don't know nothing about, Chilltown. Talking about, oh, they went to dinner and they discussed this and this and that, and Russ got lied to. How do we know what they talking about?
I can tell you how we know.
So that's what I'm saying.
I can tell you how we know though. One, we know LeBron is a liar. He is a historic liar. Every picture, if you don't believe me, every picture you see with LeBron reading the book, how he on page one of every book. How every time LeBron trying to promote a song, how every time LeBron records himself. No, hear me out. Every time you see I'm telling you, go on Google right now and Google LeBron book. It's page one every time. Every time LeBron James is trying to promote a song or he's trying to put on to the new young artist, he don't know the damn words. He's over there lip syncing and he's off beat, off rhythm, don't even know the words. But he wants you to believe that he knows it. He's a liar, and that's fine.
Or Damo, and stay right there, Damo. Or somebody that come out that's dope. I told y'all about this dude a long time ago when you ain't never heard him. So stop playing.
Right.
You never heard this dude.
Fellas, I was seeing how long it was going to take to circle back around to LeBron.
But no.
54 minutes.
No, Rob, we're not
doing
that.
I know he's a liar.
The point that we're making is we got a free agent in Russell Westbrook who's sitting down with LeBron James and Anthony Davis and potentially playing with these guys. I'm confident, putting 2 and 2 together, that these guys, when they sat down at dinner, they were talking about basketball. Yo, if you came to play with us, this is what's going to happen. We're going to give you the ball. You're going to do this. We're going to do this. AD is going to do that. I'm sure that was the topic of conversation at some point during dinner. 100% that was, which is why, like you said, Damo, when Darvin Ham went to him and said, yo, Russ, I need you to come off the bench. And he looking at him like, yo, he got a $5,000 bill from a restaurant he ain't never been to. Like, wait, what are you talking about? We never discussed this. We never discussed anything like this. That's why it was difficult. But he did talk him into it. And in talking him into coming off the bench, he actually played well. So now what you're going to do with the Clippers is, with them playing well with me in the starting unit, which, by the way, Moss, he started right from the beginning, like James Harden did. And it was pretty similar. So now what you're going to tell him, you're going to tell Russ, we need you to go back to the bench like you did in Los Angeles. No, you're going to lose him. You are going to lose him.
Yo, Mars, in conclusion, I didn't get to hear your answer. Did you say Russ or James should come off the bench?
Start them both.
Okay. Oh, you think they should just keep it as is and keep rocking?
Yeah, start them both.
Okay, for sure. And also, I asked this brother up in the top right corner. He ain't answered my question. Do you know where the hose is?
All right. Everybody
giving me the cold shoulder. I'll go find it myself.
I used to know. I don't live in that world no more, but I used to know where the spots was.
Here I am thinking Mars is a point guard. I thought he was gonna throw it off the glass to me. Nah,
a lot of gray hairs.
Cool. I'll get on my James Harden and go find it myself.
A lot of gray hairs ago. A lot of white hairs ago. I used to know where the spot was.
Hey, Ron, I wanted to say something to Mars. Bro, I'm watching Ime, man. Bro, Mars, you know what I thought about last night when I was watching that game, even though they took an L? You know what I was thinking about? The Brooklyn Nets history would have been changed had they would have just went ahead and followed it.
Why didn't they just hire him?
Bro,
why? Why did not?
I
don't get that. He was right there.
Mars, say why I'm saying this. Bro, Ime Udoka's an animal over there on that sideline, bro. Bro, I don't know what Ime is the real deal, bro.
KD wanted him too, by the way, Ticket. KD wanted him too.
Listen, chill. He got respect on his name from these players, bro. And I'm going to tell you why, bro. I'm looking at him, I'm saying, bro, if they would have just listened to KD and them when they was over there in Brooklyn and said to hire that dude, they'd have probably won a championship in Brooklyn. Kyrie would have never left. He would have got the whole situation fixed. He's a damn good coach, man. And I think by the middle of this season, the Houston Rockets going to be serious business in that Western Conference, bro. I still think they're a move away, Mars, from watching them. I think you guys got to make one move to kind of get you guys another legitimate star on that team. I don't know if you think y'all should trade the young people, but I would give up the Soar or whatever that boy, the twins' name is, him, and whatever else I got to give up on that roster to get another star player beside yo boy, Jalen Green. But I think you guys are headed in the right direction. I like what I see from y'all, man. Y'all gonna win a lot of games this year. I got y'all having a winning record this year. Y'all probably be like 40, maybe 44 and 40 this year, man. Oh, no, excuse me, 44 and 42 this year. I think, no, 44 and 38. No, what is it? Yeah, 44 and 38.
44 and 38. Yeah.
I think you guys will be like that this year. I like y'all team, bro. I was watching y'all again last night. I like what Ime's doing with y'all's team. And y'all lost that game last night, but it wasn't like y'all was just getting housed the whole game. He got guys competing.
We won. We won. We won the game.
It's level.
We beat the Nuggets. We won. We didn't lose.
Y'all won the game? Oh,
yeah, they beat them. Yeah, they beat them. Yeah, they beat them.
Oh, shit. I turned the game off because I went over and started cooking Kawhi again. I thought y'all had lost that game.
No, we won. We won.
Yeah, they beat them.
Excuse me. Hey, I thought y'all lost it. I thought y'all ended up losing that game because I went over there cooking Kawhi later on after I was watching y'all's game. I was like, because y'all was down. And I was like, damn, they ain't going to pull this one out. So I just turned it over and started cooking Kawhi on my channel. And I assumed that y'all had lost that game. But y'all won that game. Man, listen, bro. Ime Udoka, man.
Yeah, they won that game, man. I told you they won in 40 games this year. Y'all looked at me
to
like
my
I was
brother.
crazy.
Hey, Damo, Mars, give y'all respect. Because I knew Ime was the real. I didn't think that the guys could execute what Ime wanted that he had. But I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. That cat, bro, he shows you Steven Silas will never get a head coaching job again in the NBA after this. Because it shows you the difference in levels of coaches.
Ticket it does, but it was a difference in level of roster too, though. No Fred VanVleet, no Dylan Brooks, no. Hey, y'all will laugh, but no Jeff Green. It was no vets over there last year. I'm not saying he did a good job. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's hard to cook with a couple packets of top ramen.
Here's why we're not doing that.
That's too Ron. That's way too logical, Ron. That's way too logical.
We're not doing that. No,
you can't say logical shit.
That's not true. Hey, Ron, he just put it in the water.
Ron, here's why we're not doing that. Here's the difference right here, right? If you would have put Ime on that team they had last year from the beginning, that team wouldn't have fell apart. You gave Ime Boogie and all them dudes that they had when Steven Silas first took over, that team would have never ended up the way it ended up. That team would have ended up in a way better position than it ended up with Undercover. Undercover brother had no respect for the players and lost complete control of the organization, bro. That's what happened with him. Ime would have never did that. Guys like Boogie Cousins probably would still be in the league. All those other guys that was on Christian Woods, he'd have got him in check. Yeah, all those other guys that was on the team. Ime Udoka, man, just has a gift to him, bro, of coaching basketball, bro. And Chilltown, he the one, bro. He is the one. That shit, him taking the Celtics to the finals that first year, that was not a fluke, bro. That was not a fluke.
It wasn't.
That dude, the real
it
deal,
wasn't. Bro. He'd still be the head coach today if he ain't getting that nonsense. He would still be the head coach in Boston today.
I talk all kind of shit Chilltown about Houston. When Ime signed over, I said he was a damn fool for signing with the Houston Rockets because I said he should have went and signed with a better team. Man, him being over in Houston shows how great of a coach that he is, bro. I like him, bro. And Mars, I gotta tell you, I apologize for disrespecting y'all's team, bro. Because that coach, man, he getting players on y'all's team to do stuff. I didn't think he was gonna be able to do it. Specifically, your boy with them fingernails painted.
Music by P, you're capping. Everyone up here disagreed and looked at me crazy when I said this team can win 40 games. Even Mars. Mars said I was bugging. He said I see 35, but Mars said he was happy with 35.
Yeah, I was happy with 35.
You was happy with 35. You said 42 is unreasonable. So not even Mars is on the boat. I was on this damn boat by myself telling y'all.
Well, they still haven't won 40 games yet, Damo.
They're looking like a team that can win 40 games. Barring injury, with how everything's going, they're like a team that can win 40 games. Just like the Thunder look like a team that's actually better than you assume they would be, Ox. But again, I'm not. Let's talk about something else. Let's not go back into the.
We did have a long home stretch. We're now gonna have a quiet.
Go on the road, and you gotta go on the road.
Whoever made the schedule got beef with the Houston Rockets because the schedule we have for November is ridiculous. Just so everyone knows, because as someone who's checking the schedule, I'm trying to see where we can get wins prior to the season. This was our schedule for November. So we started off with Charlotte, pretty guaranteed win. We're like, cool. Then we got the Kings back to back, then the Lakers, then the Pelicans, then the Nuggets, the Clippers, the Lakers, the Warriors, the Grizzlies, the Nuggets, the Mavericks, the Nuggets, and then on the first game of December, the Lakers. That's the schedule they gave us. Like they wanted us to start the season 2-17. So I'm grateful that we have 6 wins. I hope we can with this. We've already.
I can't believe
it's finna get real for y'all.
It looked scary to start the season, but I think we've done pretty good to start the season.
Hold on, Mars.
No,
I agree. And I don't want to cut you off, but I do want to say, is it just the fact that the league is scary right now? It's hard to play against teams, or do you feel like their schedule's stacked against you?
I mean, that schedule, the Kings were the top 3 seed last year. The Lakers were in the conference finals. The Pelicans, when healthy, were the number 1 seed, and they gave us the Pelicans at the start of the season because they thought the Pelicans would be healthy at the start of the season. So they tried to cheat us again. We got the Nuggets 3 times in a month. They're the reigning NBA champions. The Clippers, who people projected to be great, now we're talking about how bad they are with James Harden. So maybe we got lucky later on. The Grizzlies and the Hornets are like the only teams that we got in November where you're like, they should win. That's it. Everyone else we're playing against conference finals or top 3 seeds. So,
but that's going to tell you, Mars. That's going to tell you right there where y'all at for real. Because I think that you guys are, man, bro. I didn't think Jalen Green could turn himself around. I thought he was just a young dude who was just a damn fool. I didn't think he was going to take to Ime's style of coaching but they made the right roster moves, bringing in Fred VanVleet, bringing in, even though I hate Dylan Brooks, man, he does his little part. You know what I'm saying? He does his little part, bro. Like that shit, when they played the Lakers and he was just staring at LeBron, bro, I'm like, this nigga's a goofball, man. He's still right there staring at LeBron James, but that's his part of the team. That's what he brings to the team. He's supposed to bring that edge and that toughness and that lunch pail mentality to the team. Also, big fella that Damo always celebrate, Sengun. Bro, I like his game, bro. I like his game. Smooth guy. I wish he was more aggressive, Damo. I wish he was more aggressive with the best. I hate dudes that shoot a high percentage that aren't more aggressive or they got skills like that.
Jokic, Sabonis.
It's only so many balls in them. It's only so many balls for a team, man. Pause. But everybody got to get their stuff going. In the next couple of years, once they establish the fact that he's the best player on the team, he'll get those numbers and he'll get the production up. But go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off though.
No, I was just saying. I agree with you, bro. Your assessment of that team, man, is just, like I said. But we're gonna get on your boy Tyrese Haliburton. He got that 50 burger dropped on his head last night.
Hold on. Circle back around. Hold on. Wait. Ticket. You got a chance. You got a chance to talk about what you wanted to about the weekend. Ticket. Hold on. We're gonna get there. You know we're gonna talk about my dog Tyrese Haliburton and Tyrese Maxey. But Mars, I asked everybody. Didn't get a chance to ask you. What's your take from the weekend? Is it still on the Rockets, or was it something else that you've seen that you liked? Alex, I'm gonna come to you next.
I got a few of the Rockets. Shout out to Jay Sean Tate, still to win us the game last night. Fantastic. Shout out to him. Greatly appreciate that. Jabari Smith not closing games. That's back-to-back games where he hasn't closed out. I don't know if that's cause for concern or because Jeff Green's been playing well, but I don't know from Jabari's standpoint if he's really happy about the fact that he's not in these closing lineups. He might wanna work on his craft a little bit, just hopefully, because I think the talent's there. He just needs to unlock it. Jalen Green shot poorly, but if you watch the game, I think he had one of his more well-rounded games. Rebounded very well, played high-level defense.
Tied for rebounds and assists for the leading the team that game.
So the people who are telling me Jalen Green looks terrible, I know you guys aren't watching the game. You saw he went 1 for 13. And that's fine. I don't expect you guys to watch Houston games. I really don't care. But don't come and tell me about what people on my team look like when you're not watching the games. Because I've watched every single dribble of all 9 games, and you're not about to tell me how well he's playing when you're not watching. Because he's actually looked more well-rounded than ever during this season. His playmaking's improved, his decision-making, his control. He just missed quite a few easy jump shots that he normally would make. Missed a couple around the rim that I think he could have made. And he's getting to the free throw line more than ever. So Jalen Green looks good. He just had an offshoot and that it happens. Sengun looks fantastic. I'm ready to have the conversation about top 10 center in the league because defensively improved immensely. He got a chase down block. I was like, okay, wow.
So, which was slow, by the way. I was surprised he did that. He kind of set.
It was on Colin Gillespie, but I mean, I don't care who was on. He got a chase down block.
So, I did watch that too. Is he an all-star, Mars?
Yeah, Sengun's hooping. Loving one.
If we're at the all-star break today, Mars, is Sengun an all-star?
What's the averaging, Chill?
19, 8, and 6.
Yeah.
Hey man, if they are top 3 seed, Chill. If they are top 3 seed, 2 or 3 seed.
I think they fourth right now in the West.
Yeah, but I'm saying if they can get up there to like a top 2, they got to be a top 2 seed for him to be an all-star. Chill. They got to be a top 2 seed.
Does he go? He doesn't go before Joker. He doesn't go before Anthony Davis.
No.
How about Sabonis?
Give me Sengun.
Yeah,
you'll take Sengun over.
It depends on what their record is, Chill. If they're top 2 or 3 by that time, and he's damn near 20 and 10, he might. The coaches might vote him in.
All right.
I told y'all, man, this is the year he makes that leap, man. Listen,
he's going over Gobert.
I would put him over Gobert.
Might be the defensive player of the year right now. So I don't know. But he doesn't really get voted like for all stars.
You got to put him over Sabonis. He's over Sabonis.
Who wants to see Rudy Gobert in an all-star game for him?
Absolutely nobody. But I genuinely listen. Literally,
he's over Sabonis.
Right?
Yeah, man.
Like this year, Bob.
Yeah,
go
4-14.
Out of here. And I'm not.
What is Sabonis done this year?
Why is he not over Sabonis this year so far?
Sabonis is second in the league in rebounding. I mean, if we're being honest, he's second in the league in rebounding.
Is that translating into wins? You know how it goes with the coaches.
Yeah,
that's why I'm assuming.
Hold on, this is what I said. This team is in the second or third seed, and he's a 20 and 10 guy. Where the Sacramento Kings at right now?
Yo, we're 4-4, and we played 4 or 5 games without De'Aaron Fox. Bro, please stop. Can we when we talk basketball? Can we really talk basketball?
We talking basketball.
No.
Y'all talking about translating into wins. If we not y'all, so you're telling me that this, so we got to dictate the whole season based on what we've seen in these 8 games.
The question was right now, would he make
right now?
Just right now, big guy.
Right now. If you want to say, do I think he's gonna end up making it over Sabonis? Different question. That wasn't the question I was asked. So I'm just
right now. I think Sengun. It's no knock to Sengun. I think Sengun is a hell of a player. I think he is. I definitely think he is. But I still feel like Sabonis has had some really good games this season. Really good games this season. So.
He's second in the league.
What's putting Sabonis over Sengun to you, Ox? Just keeping it basketball on the court. What is it putting them? What's putting Sabonis over Sengun?
And by the way, being an all-star has to do with production. So I'm gonna make sure we clear on that, big guy.
Bob was gonna say, "Hey, Damo." Bob's gonna say the assist and the rebounding. That's what he's gonna say.
Is that not enough, Ticky?
No, well,
the rebounding.
Hold on, because if he's
I can give you a rebounding,
wouldn't it translate to more wins than what you? And then look at the wins y'all had.
It would translate to more wins. Yes, we lost to the Warriors by 1 point without De'Aaron Fox.
They're not very good.
You lost to us twice by 67.
Dang.
Without De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, but Sabonis was there. Sengun.
Yeah, but they don't have.
You said last week, Big Ox, that I don't care about De'Aaron Fox. They kicked our ass. You said that last week. So I did say that. But what I'm saying is, when we're playing basketball, people are going to get hurt. So I'm not saying that okay, well, give us that win because De'Aaron wasn't there. Nah, y'all still beat us fair and square. It was even Stevens. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, I do believe that the games would have been different had De'Aaron been there. That's what I'm saying. So when y'all say well, they beat him by this much, but I mean, that he wasn't there. I really don't. I Mars. Do you think that the Rockets would you say they beat us by 67? Had 67? Do you think they're that much better than us?
Well, no. I think if both teams play fully healthy, I don't think we win by 35 or whatever it was. But I think if as the question asked, right now after 9 games for us, 8 games for you, if there was an all-star ballot, I assume more people would have Sengun on it than Sabonis. Rightfully or wrongfully, I don't know. But I'm just saying, do I think?
Mind you, I do apologize because I didn't know that we were saying if the season stopped right now.
That's what I said to Mars. I said to Mars.
Right.
If we at the All-Star break right now, it's Sengun on the All-Star team. And
I got you. And I have no problem. I have no problem with apologizing for just assuming that y'all was talking about who's better and who's going to be an all-star and all that. That's what I thought the conversation was. I was pulling something else.
Hold on, chill. I will say this though. I know one Negro that's on the all-star team that ain't over a dude that these niggas been glazing.
Who that?
Tyrese Maxey making it over this. He making over this Negro Tyrese Haliburton.
No, he not Ticket. No, he is not Ticket.
Yes, he is.
No, Ticket. Did you watch that game last night?
Why can't we praise Tyrese Maxey without having to slander Tyrese Maxey?
Let's do that. Please, let's do that.
I forgot about Tyrese. Hold on.
He had almost a 20-20 game yesterday with 0 turnovers.
Let him go. Let's take it go. Let's take it go.
Hold on, chill.
I'm listening.
Hold on. So when you look at Tyrese Maxey, what's the 2 things that's going to get him to play in the All-Star nod? First thing is they're on the second team in the East. They're on the first place team in the East. Yep. That's the first place. That's the first thing. They're probably first place in the NBA right now.
Yep.
So they're number 1 in the NBA right now. That's the first thing that's going to get them on. So you eat the right there, sucker. Sit your ass down and eat some gravies and grits.
Okay, keep going. And
the second thing is, what is he putting up this year as a starting point guard?
29.
I think he's almost 30 a game.
I
think he's almost 30.
Hey, Birdman, put these niggas in the trash can, Ron. Leave them outside.
I think he's almost 30 a game, something like that.
Do you know what Tyrese Haliburton is putting up this year?
So Ron, when we talk about levels, Tyrese Maxey is proving he's on another level than that.
Do you know what Haliburton is doing this year? Are you serious?
Get that burger, nigga.
Bro, this is crazy. The way you want to expose yourself for watching 5 screens of basketball is wild.
Last time that I checked, it's no 5 screens on my neck.
The way you expose yourself for just looking at box score and just one half of the box score is insane. You pulled up the box score and just looked at Philly. You didn't even see what Tyrese did that game.
Is Tyrese Maxey playing at a superstar level this year?
Oh my
and
God.
so is Haliburton.
Man, get your ass out of here, man.
Ticket, hold on.
I hate it here.
Okay, hold
I'm starting to hate
I don't get why we have to just downgrade one player to praise another.
No, because Chilltown was in here capping. And I
about what? About what?
Hold on. He tried to make it seem like this dude was going to be the best of the best. And I named 6 playmakers that was better than this dude. And now I forgot 1, and that makes 7. Tyrese Maxey is 7 because titties over titles.
He's a better playmaker?
Say what?
Tyrese Maxey is a better playmaker than Haliburton?
Nigga, I'm talking about right now, nigga. Playmaking just
right
ain't
now,
getting assists. Playmaking ain't just ain't. Hold on, playmaking just ain't getting assists. So the playmaking, hold on. The playmaking he's not. Hold on. Listen, the playmaking he's not doing by getting assists. He's getting his own buckets with. So playmaking, you can playmake for yourself as well, sir.
God, bro.
You can. That is a fact. Ticket, you can.
That's true. I don't know what you're talking about, Damo.
But you are aware that Tyrese Maxey, who I was an advocate for.
That's true. I'll give you that.
I was an advocate for. But are we just going to leave out the fact that Tyrese Haliburton is having like a John Stockton type of season? Just so you know, Ticket, he's 24-12 and he's got like a 4 or 5 to 1 assist to turnover ratio right now.
Okay,
like,
so
not 50, 40, 90.
I'm getting to that.
And let me be a box score commercial real quick.
For those that are impressed by that,
not only is he 50, 40, 90. Last night, as good as Maxey was in terms of his shot, the dude has 17 assists last night
with
and
no turnovers.
These many. He did not turn the basketball over one time. Ticket.
This is
awesome.
Hey, look,
don't y'all
awesome, Ticket. Hold on. Don't y'all know?
What are we doing right now?
Hold on. Don't y'all know something? I'm finna tell y'all something right now, right? Don't y'all know that in his career, in the games played in his career without James Harden, Tyrese Maxey is 24.8 points per game, 5.4 assists, 3.8 rebounds in all the games he's played without James Harden.
Still not better than fucking Haliburton. This is corny. This is corny. I'm calling a spade a spade. This is getting corny.
Hold on, bro.
Damo. He almost went 20 and 20 last night.
Damo. Here's my point. If we're being honest about what we're saying right now,
you're not.
Ain't nobody. Hold on, Damo. I'm gonna bring it to you, Damo. If we're being honest, everything y'all just said about Tyrese Haliburton, okay, cool, no problem. Mere bag of shells. But when you look at Tyrese Maxey and what he's doing this season as the lead guard, and Chilltown, I ain't lying, bro. So y'all got one thing y'all gonna do is y'all can't come in here and lie about this shit.
Stand on business, Ticket. Stand on.
Hold on, chill. He 50, 40, 92, nigga. This nigga Tyrese Maxey for this run. This nigga's playing at an all-time superstar level. He's 50 from the field, he's 43 from the 3, and he's 93 from the free throw line. Now put that in all you whole ass niggas' pipes.
Can I just say they're both really good at basketball.
Can I just say they are.
One more time for the people in the cheap seats, Big Ox.
I'm just saying they're both really talented young men.
I'm better than you. He's better than him.
You've called him a bum. You say he needs to
Tyrese Maxey.
All I'm saying is when it comes to Ticket, this is getting corny because when it comes to guys that I kind of have a bias against or I just hate on, I at least am man enough to admit, I just hate the nigga. I just don't like the nigga. Like I am man enough to be like, I don't sit here and do this parade and BS of just acting like I'm just lying to people. If I don't like Russ, I will sit here before I say anything. I'm gonna keep it hot. Okay. I am the biggest Russ hater and keep going. Bro, you are literally sitting here hating on Tyrese Haliburton and making it seem like you're not hating. You are clearly hating. You're clearly hating. This is clear hatred.
He's not.
This is clear hatred, bro.
All 7 of those guys. Hold on. All 7 of those guys.
This is insane, bro.
Y'all can't. None of y'all make it.
Just say you don't like them.
7 of those guys.
Why are you sitting here and lie? You say
this is all I want to say.
You ignore his offense. You downgrade his playmaking. Just say you don't watch him because you don't like him.
Hey, guess what, Damo? Guess what, Damo?
Corny.
Hold on. Yeah,
this
Damo,
is
guess
corny.
what? Hold on, Damo. Guess what, nigga? I got something sweet for you. Guess what? When he got in there with a real, Damo. When he got in there with when he got in there with a real one, he didn't jump off that screen, nigga.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Wait, time out. Chill. I got you. You want to know why he didn't jump off ticket screen? Because he wasn't on one of the 5 ticket screens. That's why you didn't have him on. It's impossible to jump off a screen if they get not on.
Haliburton last night.
Talking about.
Just basically.
About and real quick, hold on. Before he say it, I got ticket TV pulled up. Where is the Tyrese video? He ain't there. Don't.
You said where's the what? You said where's the what video?
Tyrese video. Where's that? Where's the Haliburton video on Ticket TV 2? Where's that?
I'm not making no video about Tyrese Haliburton.
You don't watch him. There you go. Just say you don't watch him.
Ticket.
I know. I'm not. Hey, no. Hold on, Dom. I ain't gonna lie to you, Dom. Hold on, Dom.
Ticket.
I'm not gonna lie.
You need to start watching this kid. Ticket. You need to start watching this kid.
You're not gonna have a choice. He gonna start being on main on one of them TVs.
Hold on, Till. Hey, Till. Hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I do watch that
Ticket TV.
No, you don't.
No. Hold on.
No, you don't. Ticket. You don't.
Hey, let him get it off.
Chill. I ain't finna make no video to get that nigga no respect to that nigga. Show me something, nigga. That nigga ain't did nothing. That nigga ain't made the playoffs. That nigga ain't did nothing, nigga. Y'all want to give these niggas respect. That nigga
I can't
Ticket. You gotta look at the units. Look at who he's playing with. Yo, no. Let me ask you a question, Ticket. How hard is it?
Is there any excuse that the Pacers don't make the playoffs this year?
Yes.
As long as he's healthy, no. He should make the playoffs.
No, I'm gonna tell you what the excuse is. I'm gonna tell you. No, I'm gonna tell you. No, Donald, I'm gonna tell you what the excuse is. These niggas just don't have that good of a team.
What?
Tyrese Haliburton doing everything.
Ron, stop. This team is a playoff team in the East. I'm not saying they're a 3rd seed, but if they're healthy, they can get in.
Damo, let me break down this roster for you. And I'm gonna do it in typical ticket fashion too. Miles Turner, you guys have shitted on Miles Turner. Nobody. Hey, when we talk about top bigs in the league, Miles Turner don't get no love. Miles Turner is the most either underappreciated or underrated big in the league.
What does that mean with them making the playoffs?
Just listen to what I'm talking about. Their roster. I'm talking about their roster. You guys shit on Miles Turner and act like he's weak. That he's their second best player. Obi Toppin. He was just with the Knicks, right? Nobody spoke highly on Obi Toppin. He was leftovers. He was leftovers. You guys say, everybody. What do you mean? Why am I talking narratives? I'm talking about the players that are on the team.
You're creating narratives to go against
So what were we talking about Tyrese Maxey? No, what were we saying about Obi Toppin last year?
No, it doesn't matter. That's the
point. What do you mean it doesn't matter? We're talking about the players on the team.
Ron, if you're sitting here trying to tell me why the Pacers aren't gonna, why is it an excuse for the Pacers not to make the playoffs? And your first 2 things,
I'm telling you, it is. I'm going down the whole roster. I'm not making that. What is being talked about in that last year going into this season? What was being talked about Obi Toppin? Was anybody speaking highly on Obi Toppin? Did anybody have anything good to say about Obi Toppin? They said he went to New York and he played bad.
Why does that matter?
Why does the fit of the team not? He went from one of the slowest paced teams in the league in the Knicks and went to the fastest paced team in the NBA in the Pacers.
That's the point. That's the point.
Went to a team that fits his play style. Why is that just irrelevant?
Absolutely. He's playing.
But this season, he's on a team that fits his play style and he's playing well because they run the floor every play and he's a tremendous.
As a result of that, Mars. As a result of that.
Last season, we didn't respect Obi Toppin.
Okay, and he's definitely in a better. He's definitely in a better situation.
And I'm not a big Obi Toppin fan, Ron, but he wasn't on a crew that passed the basketball. He's on a crew with a guy who actually passes the basketball in transition, where he is the most effective. Is that
absolutely not fair? I know that's 100% fair. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. Chill. What I'm trying to say is the roster, the collection of guys is not that good. Their play style in the way Tyrese Haliburton runs the unit, yes, that's good. But the collection of guys as a whole, if you compare them pound for pound to everybody else, they're not that good. That's the point I'm trying to make. So if you were to ask me why they wouldn't make the playoffs, I would say because their roster isn't that talented. Now, do I think they're going to make the playoffs? Yes. Do I believe in Tyrese Haliburton running this team? Yes. Why is it not true? Why is it not true? Why is it not true?
Bruce Brown's a starter on the world champion team.
No, he did not start. He did not start. He did not start.
He did start.
He did not start. He played good. He did not start.
Bruce Brown.
And I feel more highly about Bruce Brown than anybody up here.
For the Pacers. Don't stand for the Pacers.
Oh, okay, for the Pacers. He's starting.
He's starting right now for the Pacers.
You just said he's a starter for a world champion team.
No, I'm saying my bad. I'm saying he's starting for the Pacers. He came from a world championship team. He's making $22 million right now. So he was big for
the money. Don't got nothing to do with nothing.
Hold on.
I fuck with Bruce Brown though. I like Bruce Brown more than anybody up here, and I guarantee.
Also, y'all got one of the best 3-point shooters in the league, and Buddy Hield.
Got Buddy, yeah.
Okay, y'all got one of the best.
Every team got good 3-point shooters, but got Buddy Hield.
You got one of the best defensive big men in the league. Down there in the post, the boy with the
now you want to praise him after you was talking about his jeans and his sweater and all of that good stuff. Remember last summer he couldn't hoop because he dressed like somebody's auntie. Do you remember that? You remember that? I've never heard you say nothing good about Miles Turner. I've never heard you say nothing good about Miles Turner.
No,
until you try to make your point now.
Hold on, Ron. I never said nothing good about him because the nigga was dressing like a booty goon. But that don't mean I didn't think he could play. I thought that he was a good defensive player. He's one of the leaders in the league in shot blocks all the time.
He's a solid defensive player for sure.
Hold on, Ron. His only problem is he's had an extensive injury history his entire career. So that's been his main problem why people ain't really seen too much of him. But I knew he was a good defensive player. He was a dude that was being talked about as a main key clause.
It's no question that he's a good defensive player. I'm assuming we all up here know that he's a good defensive player.
Okay, so hold on. So you got one of the best defensive big men in the league. You got one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. Mm-hmm. Also, you got one of the best young players in the league in the Benedict kid that's balling over there.
A second-year player.
You got Doodoo Brown, who's one of the best rotation players in the league that won a championship with the Nuggets last year. And then according to a
rotation player
with your antennas, you got one of the best point guards in the league in Tyrese Haliburton. How the hell you can't make the playoffs in the East? How the hell can you not make the playoffs?
All right, so when I name these teams and y'all be objective. I know you guys are trying to argue your point right now. Everybody calm down and let's be objective when we're talking about talent on a roster. You guys tell me.
Go ahead.
Hey, better. Hey,
go ahead, Ron. Go ahead, Ron. Go.
And March, debating talent on our roster as if that proves something.
No, March, and you're right. Like it's more about the group of guys and how they play together and their cohesion. That's right. And you're 100% right. But we all know that the for the most part, the better the collection of guys is, the more they have a chance to compete and be better.
It's sad, bro. This is sad. Bro.
Name the teams, Ron.
You literally
just name the team.
A chance to be.
Just name the teams.
Carry on. Yeah,
go ahead.
Let's go through the East.
We don't got to talk about the Sixers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Don't got to talk about the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
New York Knicks. New York Knicks.
We can have that conversation.
We can have a conversation.
They on the Knicks
I'm
level.
about to say I got them over the Knicks.
Yeah, they right around the Knicks level. They right around the Knicks level.
Pacers are better than the New York Knicks.
Right now, yes, I would have them over.
No. Talent-wise, when you look at the roster and you look at this roster,
as a collection of talent,
oh man, y'all up here capping, bro. We can just stop. We can just stop. We can just stop. We can just stop, bro. No, we could just stop.
Ron,
we can just stop.
They on the same level, chill. They on the same level as the Knicks. They ain't. You cannot say that Atlanta's definitely better than them right now. You can't say that, right or wrong.
Matter of fact, no. I'm gonna play this game with Ron. You're right, Ron. In terms of names on the paper, in terms of talent, because of names, yes, the Knicks are better because they have more talented names. There you go. But does that make them the better team?
Better players, better pieces than the Knicks?
I don't think they have better.
So you got more talent. So because you got more talent, that just makes you better. Because you got more talent.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I just acknowledged before this with Mars. I just acknowledged before this.
What are you saying, Ron? What are you saying then?
I'm saying that on paper they got a better team.
Okay,
Like
so
as we know, on paper don't matter because on paper we had Dallas being trash and they look like one of the best teams in the West. So that on paper logic don't matter once the players start playing. So yes, I understand the Pacers. I understand the Pacers don't have the names, but if you go and look at what they're doing as a team, they have 6 to 7 players outside of Tyrese Haliburton averaging double figures. You cannot name me 8 teams, 7 teams, 6 teams in the East with that level of production from top to bottom without their best player. Name them.
The Pacers probably would have names if they were on national TV more. People would consider Benedict Mathurin a name if people actually watch the Pacers.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Here we are.
And on top of that, the reason why they playing the way they playing is because of Haliburton. That's why they play with the pace that they play with. Because of the distributor. That's why these dudes look the way that they do. Because of him. And since we talked about names on paper, Damo, how the Clippers doing with the guys that they have on paper? How's that going?
Or trash.
Oh my God.
Hey, all in all, y'all could try to hype up the Pacers roster. The Pacers roster to me is mid. Tyrese is a great point guard. They do got some good pieces and they do play well together, and that will allow them to succeed. But it's
how many I'm sorry, Big Ox, because
I'm saying what you just said is kind of what Ron's trying to say. Like,
what is he trying to say?
These guys are looking good like this because of Tyrese Haliburton.
Right. And the collection of talent that they have on the Pacers is good because of Tyrese Haliburton. The collection of talent on the Clippers on paper is good, but it's not. And because of why? Because it's not working collectively. Because that's not working collectively.
That complements Tyrese Haliburton. So like we could get more name talent, but if it's not complementary, the team would
I understand that you don't got to be a big name to be able to ball. I get that without a doubt. I'm not one of those guys that thinks only superstars can play basketball. All I'm saying is that I don't think that the other guys on the what did I say?
Anyway, I'm sorry.
But yeah,
you were saying. I'm sorry.
I don't think that even from on paper or on the court, I don't think that the guys on the Pacers are an extremely great talent. Extremely great talent wise. I think Tyrese Haliburton puts that team together. I think if they had another point guard, a subpar point guard, I don't think this team would look as good or anywhere close to it does. I don't think that's a hot take. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make it sound like that's a hot take. I just think that's just how basketball works.
But I can't believe you guys are capping for this roster.
The team would look worse. Yeah,
I'm not capping for the roster, Ron. I'm just saying, like,
no. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Chill, Mars, Damo, Ticket. I can't believe you guys are hyping up this Pacer roster. And once again, I like Tyrese, so I like the Pacers. Come playoff time, if they make it that far.
Bro, they should. So you saying?
I guarantee you nobody got them go to the second round.
Yeah, because they play the fastest pace in the league, and they probably won't be able to do that in the playoffs. Sure.
No one is saying they're about to make noise.
They have a great team that fits together.
Damo, he's saying it's cool. They're not an 8 seed.
So then they're not as good as
you're telling me. Hold on.
I said from a talent. I've never argued the talent. I said they have a team that fits together, and talent doesn't just win you games.
Ron, do you understand that?
Just argue for 45 minutes about why the Clippers aren't very good. That's all I said. If that's hyping up the Pacers roster, then I guess. But all you're saying is, oh, well, if you take Tyrese off the team, they wouldn't be as good. Sure, you take the player the team's built for, take him off the team's going to be worse.
Mars, that's not necessarily what I'm saying. That's obvious. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you guys said, is there a reason that they won't make the playoffs? And I said yes, because their talent isn't up to par.
Or maybe because Haliburton isn't there. How about that?
That's why they missed last year. That's why they missed last year.
Right. And that's exactly why I said, barring injury, if they're healthy, this is a playoff team because the collection of talent they have around Tyrese Haliburton is good enough for them to be in the playoffs. Are they going to? Do I have them making out the first round? Probably not. I'm not saying it's a championship team.
We're not doing that.
Hell no. But I do think the collection of guys around Tyrese Haliburton are playing good enough to get this team to the playoffs. That is all I'm saying. If we're gonna sit here and I feel like it's crazy. Just like it's crazy for Ticket to sit here and downplay how good Tyrese is to up everybody else. I think it's equally as crazy to downplay everybody on the team to make Tyrese seem like he's goddamn Goliath.
But
This
he
is
don't feel like
wild.
he that good though.
Hey.
Damo. He don't really think he that good, and that's my point, dog.
Who?
My point is,
Who?
if Ron thought Tyrese Haliburton was as good as he is, he would be confident that they could get a top 8 seed in the East. What are you talking about the West?
Ticket. I already said that they're going to make the playoffs. I said I have the Pacers making the playoffs. I never said. You said. Could you see it being a scenario where they don't make the playoffs? And I said yes.
I didn't say that.
I think their talent's not that good. But I have been making the playoffs.
I said,
but I would not be surprised if they did.
Hey, bro, stop lying. I said, would there be any excuse for them not to make the playoffs this year with Tyrese if he's as good as you say he is?
And I said yes. Their team's not that good. I said yes. Their team's not that good. And I still stand with that.
And I'm gonna say this to you, right? They should be better than the Raptors. They should, just from what we're looking at, they should be better than the Raptors.
A better team.
They look like they're better than the Hawks. They should be right around the same level as the Orlando Magic, who we suspect will be a playoff team.
Arguably could have a better team too.
Who?
The Magic arguably have a better team than them too.
That's not arguable. They do have a better team. The Magic.
Okay, you see,
team.
So.
But who got a better record right now?
The Pacers played one more game.
Yeah, they 6-4. So shut up, Ron.
Yeah. So 6-4. That means they should win 60% of their games for the rest of the season. That is Ticket's logic. That is Ticket's logic. Y'all don't forget that.
That's all I said to Ron. If Tyrese Haliburton is as good as Ron say he is, and as good as Chill and Domino say he is, they should be able to make an 8th seed in the East.
And they will.
And what is 60? That's a 50. That's a 50-win team. That's a 50-win team, right? Chill. What's 60% at 82? That's 60. 50, I mean, not 60.
I gotta win about.
That's between 48 and 52, right?
They should be able to win 44 games with Tyrese Haliburton.
49? That's like I thought.
No, they should be able to win.
So they should win 49 games.
49 wins is the top 5 seed in the East.
They should be able to win 42 to 44 games.
Stamp it.
I think 49 wins is the top 5 seed in the East.
Well, that's what they're going to win. That's exactly how many games they're going to win, Chilton.
Hey, Chilton, I tell you one thing.
Ticket took me to school earlier. He taught me that's how it works. So
I'll tell y'all one thing, Chill. Tyrese Maxey going to win 60 games this year.
60? Philly? Okay.
Listen what I'm saying to you.
Okay.
Philly got that boy Tyrese Maxey the whole truth, bro.
I ain't saying that he's not the whole truth. Like I said, I was an advocate of letting James Harden walk out the front door and giving the ball to Maxey. I'd like to see him pass it a little bit more, but I understand what happened last night. He had it going. And
they're going to win 60 games.
Joel Embiid had it going too. He had 19 in the first quarter. So they had to go.
Who's the only team that can beat them legitimately?
They had it going last night. I want you, Ticket, to pay attention to this boy in Indiana. The way he controls the pace of the game. He did not. He went almost 20 and 20 last night.
He got
almost 20 and 20. He was almost 20 and 20 last night.
Aren't the Sixers 9-1?
Yeah, they rolling right now. So that and they're not winning 90.
That's 90%.
They're not winning 90% of their games, big ox. That's not happening. That is not happening. I don't see that happening. But with that being said, Tyrese Haliburton, how he controls the pace of the game. Rick Carlisle, how he coaches that team, wanting them to speed it up because of the athletes that they have in Matherin, right? In Matherin. And what's the big kid's name with the glasses, Mars? I really dig him, the dirty word guy. Smith. I really like him. Smith, Matherin. The way that Miles Turner stretches the defense by shooting the long ball and diving to the basket. And the way that they play in transition, that makes them so much more viable with Haliburton on the crew. With him on the crew. And if he can stay healthy, I don't see why they don't make the playoffs.
I love you, bro. But with Tyrese, this is an indictment because with Tyrese Maxey on that team and no James Harden, same team but minus James Harden, Philly's gonna have an all-world season this year. I got them winning nearly almost 64, 65 games this year, bro. And I'm gonna tell you something. There's not gonna be too many people that can stop that team this year, bro. Now in the postseason, I think they can against the best teams. I think they can be had. But during the regular season, bro, they're going to be a regular season merchant, bro. Bro, that team is going to win 64, 65 games this year. Easy. They're going to smoke through the league. Trust what I tell you this. They're not going to have no 3, 4, 5 game losing streaks this season, bro. They're not going to do it. They're too good, bro. They're too deep, and they got too many options, and that bench is fortified.
I don't know.
With that being said, on a serious note, though, man, well wishes to Kelly Oubre. I hope he gets better quick, though, for real. That's crazy. Dude, I guess he got hit. That was a hit and run too. That's crazy.
They hit and ran?
From what I heard, they didn't even check on the kid, man. That's fucked up.
That's why I think it's malicious.
Yeah,
that's what I think it is. I think it was malicious.
Damn, that's crazy.
See, anytime you hit and run, it's got to be malicious. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. Like, if you mean like they intentionally hit it?
Yeah, you break somebody's ribs, bro. If you hit somebody like that, Bob, and you don't stop, because
sometimes if sometimes people, and I'm definitely
they get scared. They get scared and they run.
Yeah. You might, especially, he might have like just left a bar, might have had a couple of brewskis or something. He might have been like, "Oh shit, I gotta get out of here." You know what I'm saying? It could have been an accident. But if you leave a scene where you hit and ran, that's still malicious. If you ask me, even if it wasn't on purpose.
Out there, man. If he would have died,
for sure. That's fucking
you don't
crazy.
never leave nothing like that, bro. Like, and I know people might do that. You never know what they could have had on them, or what they could have had, or they could have been wanted. So sometimes people don't stop because of those reasons, man. But I'm glad to do the safe, man. It was crazy when I heard what happened, man.
Still, even if you got something on you, man, you could kill that man. I think a murder case or a vehicular homicide is worse than, you know what I'm saying, taking a charge, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? If you hit somebody, man, make sure you stop and make sure everything is everything.
But hey, Ron, you got smoke, Ron. Just take that L with you.
What in terms of what?
What you said, bro, you took the biggest L of this whole year. So when we look at this whole year,
Vicky, what did I say?
You just said no because you glazed and then said, nah, you make excuses. They don't make the playoffs. Like that's BS, dog.
So if because somebody brought it up in the comments, and don't make me do this. If I go back and dig into the archives and see where all you guys ranked the Pacers before the season, then what?
That's before they made the moves they made.
What moves did they make?
Nobody said.
What moves did they make? And that wasn't before the season. That wasn't before no moves. We did it right before the season.
Nobody said they wasn't a playoff team. We did the Pacers stream. We did the Pacers stream on this channel.
So if I go back and dig into all of that, it's gonna be you guys saying, "Oh, the Pacers are better than these guys," and this and that. If I pull up the team rankings, which is right here,
I had them 20th.
Yeah, Mark.
I am pretty sure everybody had their expectations relatively low. You were probably the highest one on them because you understood Reese wasn't there last year. So yeah, everybody up here probably had them low going into the season, and now it's looking like they're starting to exceed everybody's expectations.
I had them as the 10 seed.
Damn. Well, you had them.
I had them as the play-in team too. Yes, I did.
I thought I had them up there in the playoffs.
I'm pretty sure. No, I'm.
No. Hey, hold
lying.
Hold on. I think
Ron, you can check. You got the data.
Ron.
We all don't run me now. Yeah, let's go ahead and take it out. Let's just do it. Come on.
Pull up the episode, Ron. Pull it up and go to me.
I'm not pulling up the episode. I'm pulling up the power rankings. No.
I'm saying go right to me on the episode, and because
don't go to the episode, Ron. Go to the power rankings that he had to see.
I value the coach they got. I think Rick Carlisle is the shit. I do. I like Rick Carlisle a lot. He turns around.
We about to find out. You doing all this talking now.
I was just talking about it the other day.
The hard evidence right here.
Talking about Rick Carlisle the other day when I said he was one of the best coaches in the league at turning around.
Yeah, and you start talking about it because I asked you, how about that Tyrese game? And then you start bringing up Rick Carlisle. It was crazy.
Yeah, nigga, well, he got more. I give him more credit than I get that nigga you praise.
Just admit you hate him. Like this.
No, crazy. I don't. I hate you niggas for glazing niggas like that. It ain't did nothing.
As you sit around and glazing other niggas that ain't did nothing.
He hate light-skinned brothers. He hate light-skinned brothers.
You're the only person, Damo, who do shit like that. You'll come in here, you and Mars, your little Rudy Poo Candy Evans, and glaze niggas like Cade Cunningham, who ain't do nothing but get their head blown off and turn the fucking ball over every time. But you talk all this shit about Russ. You say Russ a turnover machine, but you don't keep that same fucking energy for Cade Cunningham, nigga.
You're the same nigga that come in here and preach about how much of a basketball savant you are, and you sit here and you discredit guys like Cade Cunningham and Tyrese Haliburton, but it's in here and glaze niggas like Wemby and Tyrese Maxey, who equally ain't done nothing either. This is wild.
Cunningham don't turn the ball over almost 100 times and cost his team all them losses close this season.
You're the same guy. You're the same guy that screams, stop praising guys that do nothing, and in the next breath, jockstrap Smith guys ain't done nothing. It's crazy.
Let me ask you and that little punk beside you, Mars, a question. Since you was talking that slick shit, right? Hey, Mars, where all that shit you was talking about, my boy Wiseman, where they putting him on the bench get that sorry ass team? Nowhere, nigga.
Him playing ain't changing nothing. I promise you.
Hold on. You remember what I said? Mars. Yeah, he doesn't need to be a spot in the league. He doesn't need to play. Yeah. What nigga would that get you, nigga? 1 in 100, nigga. Believe that.
That's fine. I know you don't watch the Pistons either. Shout out to Asar Thompson, like 16 rebounds. Shout out to him.
Big boy, man.
Yeah, that's fine. It's crazy. Like, I thought we liked the game of basketball. I guess we only like the teams that win. I mean, sure. I mean, I just like watching these teams, these young players play. But if you only care about them once they start winning, I mean, that makes sense. The way you started riding Giannis in 2021. It was silent with Giannis before 2021. Now all of a sudden, Giannis is the best thing since sliced bread. I get you have to wait for these people to win. I just enjoy watching good basketball players play basketball.
I guarantee you they play Wiseman, they'll win some more games.
Hey, Ticket, what happened to the guy that you was glazing this offseason?
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. That nigga's trash.
Who we talking about? Say it so everybody can hear it. Oh, okay, cool.
Jordan,
I just want you to stand up in it.
Hold on. I'm glad you said that. Jordan Poole, man. Bro, I'm gonna tell y'all something, bro. That's a two-way street. They both messed up. The Warriors and Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole messed up because he stepped over toes in Golden State, and he should have just played his role. But Golden State messed up by letting him go. I can see areas when I'm watching the Warriors, they miss Jordan Poole over there and how he fit into what they was doing. Because right now, bro, I told y'all the other day, man, they gotta make a move, bro. They may have to. I hate to say this, bro. They may have to trade Klay or Wiggins, bro, if they're gonna compete going forward, bro. The Splash Brothers are dead, bro.
The Warriors look like a dude who just broke up with a chick he couldn't stand. That's what they look like right now. They just look so happy.
They gotta get Chilltown. They have to get Wiggins out of there, bro. Listen, the Splash Brothers are dead, bro. The Splash Brothers, and they might have to package up Klay and Wiggins and see if they can get another star for him. But they should have kept Poole because Poole fit into that system. He's out of, bro. I'm watching him the other night. I hit Chilltown. I said, chill, this nigga suck, bro. Bro, literally, Damo. I'm watching him guard a nigga on the wing. Damo. Nigga fall down on his own feet, and the nigga go baseline and score. I'm like, as soon as he got in the game, I'm like, bro, you just walk back in the game, and the nigga just cross you up with a simple just back cut, and you falling down.
Ticket, that's the same thing going on in Detroit with Wiseman. Ticket, if you would watch them, he just looks clueless. Like he doesn't know.
There's not many minutes to watch of Wiseman. You get like maybe 6 minutes a week, so there's just not much to see.
Bro,
when he's on the floor, he just doesn't look like he knows where to go, what to do. He's just out there. That's it.
Mark, you know who else ain't that much minutes to watch?
Denny is better
Bates.
Denny.
Shout out to him in the G League. Like I said, Amani Bates is in the G League. Oh my God, who could have?
Yeah, he's doing work in the G League. Yes, he is.
He had a good game though. Yeah.
Shout out to him. But
great G League, man.
Amani Bates is in the G League. Oh my God, Mars.
On a two-way contract, Mars. Is that what we're doing?
Oh, a two-way contract. Who said he was going to be on a two-way contract? Was it me? Oh my God. Who said he was going to be a bottom 10 pick in the draft? Was it me? Who said he was going to be a first-round pick? Was it Ticket? Was he wrong? Oh my God, Ticket was wrong again. Oh my God, I can't believe it.
It's gonna bite your ass, Mars. It's gonna come back and get your ass. Don't worry about it.
Looks like
you're gonna be an itchy ass little boy when they get back. You're gonna think somebody put some talc powder in your drawer.
Oh, for anyone wondering, James Wiseman has played 38 minutes this season.
That's disgusting.
Plus minus on his 38. Do we know?
Hey, hold on. And that's all Monty Williams' fault. Because Monty Williams' dumbass want to play them other buffoons, and he got his ass kicked. Trusting in niggas.
Oh, you know another fun stat, Mars?
What's another fun stat?
Russell Westbrook has not been close to leading the league in assists at all this year.
That's true. Hey, hold on. That's what happens.
That is interesting.
That was before Harden got there. He wasn't close before Harden got there.
That's what happens when you bring titties over titles to your team.
Nah. He wasn't close before Harden got there. This ain't Harden.
No.
He wasn't close before that.
Oh, you guys won't believe who has the worst net rating on the Pistons this year. You won't believe who.
Ron, you know what, Ron?
In 38 minutes, James Wiseman has the worst net rating on the Pistons. It's crazy. Who would have thought?
Okay,
make you do what, Ticket?
They're gonna make me do it. I'll be right back. They're gonna make me do it.
I find it crazy how I'm man enough to sit up here and admit when I'm wrong. I sat there and started the show and said I was wrong about the Mavericks. Shout out to Mavericks fans that was calling me an idiot for how I was analyzing that team on paper. I was wrong so far. So far, I'm wrong about them. I can admit whenever I'm wrong about Westbrook when he plays good. I can admit whenever I'm wrong about anybody. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. I want to be proven wrong because I love the game of basketball. But if we're only going to sit up here and hoot and holler when we're right, but be quiet and not even acknowledge the stuff we're wrong about, then what are we doing? We're not doing the basketball community no justice at all. Like everybody just wants to be right. Like I love the game.
Fellas, we got a bunch of winning streaks and a bunch of losing streaks that I just want to highlight right now. Bring it to your attention in case you don't know. The Sixers are obviously on the biggest winning streak right now. They lost the first game of the season, and they've won 8 in a row. So they're on an 8-game winning streak. I do want to pull up their schedule in a second, and I want you guys to tell me how many games you think they'll win. While I'm doing that, I'm going to mention some other teams. The Heat are on a 5-game winning streak right now. Lo and behold, started off 1-4. Now they're 6-4. Check out the Miami Heat. Also, jumping out east, 2 teams are on 6, or out west. 2 teams are on 6-game winning streaks. You got the Minnesota Timberwolves and you got the Houston Rockets, both on 6-game winning streaks.
That's what's up. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
In terms of losing streaks, it's kind of getting bad right now for some teams. The Detroit Pistons have lost 8 straight games.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
8?
What?
Yeah, they did not close the game out.
You heard that right. You heard that right, Big Ops. 8.
What are they? 2-8? They're 1-8. 2-8.
At the bottom of the East right now. They're at the bottom of the East, and I let Damo talk me into them goddamn Detroit Pistons. I did let him do.
I will say, Bogdanovich and Monte Morris ain't there. It is a long season. It's a long season.
Hey, how many games have they won? So are they 1-8 or 2?
No, they're 2-8.
Yeah, the Pistons
they got 2 wins.
Currently 2-9. They're currently 2-9.
But
2-9.
Ox. I understand 2-9, but if you actually see how many games they either gave up or just close games they ended up losing. It's the most fraudulent 2-9 looking team I've ever seen in my life. Like that. It's 2-9.
Give me my money.
If things went a little bit differently, instead of 2-9, they're like 5-6. Like they're not as bad as 2-9 suggests.
Can one of y'all help me with that math real quick? So what's that? No, 14 games, 13 games.
That's a less than 20% winning percentage. I think it's like 18 or some nonsense like that. It's less than 20%. That means that they're gonna lose 80% of their games as of right now.
They're on track. For 15 wins.
I just learned this new formula, Damo. I just learned this new formula. I didn't know that's the way basketball works.
Yeah, they're on track for 15.
Thank you for learning me up the right way. You know what I'm saying? He done taught me, put me up on game on how this basketball thing works. So now I know.
All right. Other teams that are on bad losing streaks.
Thank you, Damo, for introducing me to Jalen Duren. Thank you for introducing me to him. I'm definitely on the Jalen.
Hey, you're welcome, OG.
Thank you very much for introducing me to Jalen Duren. I appreciate it.
I'm glad I could do that. I'm glad I was one to do that.
I'm on the Jalen Duren train. Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm. The Golden State Warriors are on a 3-game losing streak right now.
They got Steph Curry though, man. They'll be all right.
That's it. That's what they got. Steph Curry and vibes.
It's crazy. So what's crazy is the only game that anybody else scored over 20 points was when Dario against us, right?
No, against OKC. Dario Saric against
OKC. Okay.
That's it.
You guys do know Andrew Wiggins is going to start.
At some point, yeah. I don't think he's as bad as he's been playing, but the Warriors having one person to score more than 20 points. So not 20, more than 20, being Steph Curry. It's kind of cause for concern.
I mean, he had 38 yesterday.
And I was talking about this yesterday with people in Discord. We felt like Steph Curry is such a great shooter, and Klay Thompson, I guess, still has the reputation, despite the fact that he's been washed for a while. The Warriors are like the only team in the NBA who can play 2 non-shooters damn near at all times, and we never question their floor spacing. We never question the fact that they lack floor spacing because they have Steph Curry. They have Draymond Green, Kevon Looney, and sometimes we run in GP2 with those 2, and we never question if they have enough spacing because they just have the Splash Brothers and be like, oh, that solves all. They legitimately, for 6 years, have been playing 2 non-shooters in a league where if you play 1 non-shooter, people question your spacing. That's very interesting. I just think the conversations we have about the Warriors and what they struggle with on offense, we seem to just ignore because they have Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. When if this was any other team, we're going to be like, how are they playing 2 non-shooters? And the other one's an okay shooter at best, and we're just letting it rock. Like, their offense is not very good. The offense is Steph Curry, Klay Thompson trying to do hand dribble shot creation. That doesn't work. And then that's it. Like, I'm watching them, Steph's moving around off the ball. And no one else is even, they're not even looking at anyone else. It's 10 eyes on Steph, and everyone else just do what you want. And no one else can score. So it's concerning. I like the actions they run, but other people need to do stuff.
Well, wouldn't this be the exception to the rule with what Steph Curry and Klay Thompson were doing? Because for such a long time, their ability to stretch the floor just negated who else was on the floor. If you put Looney on the floor, if you put GP2 on the floor, if you put Jermichael Green if you put them dudes on the floor, it doesn't make a difference because Steph Curry and Klay Thompson were just so good at spacing and stretching the floor. Well, the fact that Klay Thompson hasn't been very good, it's now becoming a deterrent for this crew. Because I watched Steph Curry last night. That 38 was a very difficult 38. Jaden McDaniels was in his shirt. He was all over him. That's a testament to how good Steph Curry is, 100%. But it's also a testament to how good Minnesota's defense is, because Klay Thompson didn't get a lot of open looks last night neither. He did not. Not only did he not get a lot of open looks, they did a lot to slow down Draymond Green. But to your point, I think it's a testament to how good those two guys were, and the fact that Klay Thompson isn't what he used to be. I don't know if washed is the word, Mars, but when I think about washed, I think like a dude is over. He might not be as good as he used to be. I don't think Klay is over, Mars.
Let's look at this roster.
I'm just not prepared to say that he's over, as opposed to he's not what he used to be.
Let's look at this roster. Is Klay Thompson better than Andrew Wiggins?
No, I don't think so.
Is he better than Draymond Green?
I think Dre does more.
Is he better than Chris Paul?
Yes.
Why?
I think that team would play with a faster pace if Chris Paul could play faster, but he can't. That's why they don't play with the pace that they need to play with. Klay Thompson can get out of a shooting slump. Chris Paul can't get faster. That can't happen.
Okay. I get that. What makes Klay Thompson better than Moses Moody?
Again, his ability to shoot the ball, which I think he'll come out of that eventually. I think Moses Moody does some things that help the crew, but I think what I think what Klay does in terms of his shooting, once he comes out of that and starts to shoot the basketball a little bit better throughout the season, I think that'll help a little bit more.
Kevon Looney?
I think Looney is more valuable than Klay at this point. I think he does a little bit more.
We're getting to a point where Kevon Looney's more valuable than Klay Thompson. And
I'm just thinking about him.
Used to be
20 rebounds. I mean, damn, that's hard.
Exactly. Remember what Klay Thompson used to be? Would there be a conversation about Klay and Kevon Looney?
It would not be. It would not be a conversation.
Washed.
These two.
He's washed. He's had 2 career-ending injuries. I want to the fact that he's come back. Testament to Klay. That takes mental will. That takes great heart. That takes hard work, dedication, everyday grind. Respect to Klay Thompson. I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but he is washed. He's just not what he used to be. Before, he wasn't a tremendous athlete. He couldn't really create his own shot. Ooh. Anyone else hear the echo?
I did hear that.
He couldn't really create his own shot, and now he's got even worse. I'm watching him. He tried to ISO on Jaden McDaniels.
He was never an isolation player. Never.
He couldn't ISO the worst defenders in the NBA. So he's like, let me ISO the best wing defender in the NBA. Of course it didn't work. Like, what are you doing? Like, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Whether that's because of his contributions to the dynasty or because of his own talent. Who cares? He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. But right now, he's just not what he used to be. And I think it's fine that he's not what he used to be. But he's not. And people need to accept the fact that he's not. Because I can name a lot of shooting guards who I think are better than Klay Thompson. And some of you guys wouldn't like the names I would say, because I would much rather have so many people on this team than Klay Thompson, whether that's because he still thinks he's where he used to be, so his shot selection is terrible, whether that's because his defense is falling, and the guarding fours thing doesn't work. He can't do it. That's not even his fault. That's Steve Kerr. I don't know what he's doing. He can't guard fours. Please just get rid of that. But Klay Thompson's not what he used to be defensively. He's not what he used to be offensively. He doesn't shoot as consistently as he used to do. And he wasn't even that consistent back in the day. That's one thing about Klay Thompson. He wasn't always consistent. He just lacked consistency. Now he's even less consistent. He still can't pass. His decision making is still terrible, whether that's shot selection or playmaking. He might bring more negative than positive, unless he's shooting 40% from 3. which he probably will, and that's his main value. But there's a lot of shooting guard. I can go down the league.
He doesn't guard
and most
like
teams have a better shooting guard than Klay,
which is fair, Mars. He doesn't guard like he used to, and I just think that when you say when I think washed, I think you're over, as opposed to you still can help. That's what I'm thinking about. When I think washed, I think Chris Paul is washed. That's who I think Chris Paul is over. I don't think Klay Thompson is washed. I still think that he can still be a positive on this crew once he gets once he starts to shoot it a little bit better. He doesn't.
Klay Thompson.
You said who? Derek White?
Derek White from
White or
Boston.
Klay Thompson.
Oh,
Damn. We really having this conversation. I can't believe we having this conversation.
We are.
This is where we are now. This is really where we are now. Yeah, this is really where we are now.
You gotta answer this honestly too. Derek White or Klay Thompson?
Absolutely, it's Derek White. Absolutely.
Bruce Brown or Klay Thompson?
Bruce Brown from Denver? I'm not Denver. I'm sorry, from Indiana.
But he's on Indiana. Yep.
Yeah. I would take Murray over Klay Thompson.
RJ Barrett.
Well, you know how I feel about RJ Barrett, so
let's do another new Emmanuel quickly.
I don't know if as good as he is as a rotation player, he doesn't play Klay's role. I don't know if I'm taking Quigley over Klay Thompson. No.
Let's do Cam Thomas.
As a bucket getter, yeah, he one of the best bucket getters in the game. But the fact that we having this conversation, there's a lot of guys that are in the conversation with him that weren't in the conversation with him 3-4 years ago. So it's obvious that he's declined 100%.
Give me Austin Reeves. Give me Tyler Hero. Give me Shaden Sharp. Give me KCP.
Reeves.
So that's what I'm talking about. Like the fact that we even having this conversation about Austin Reeves.
It shouldn't be a conversation.
Right. It shouldn't even be one. But the fact that we are having this conversation, it's obvious that Klay Thompson has declined. It's obvious that he has declined. I'm just not prepared. I'm just not prepared to say that he's washed, like he's over. When I think, no, I'm not doing that. No.
Not doing what? Devin Vassell?
I don't know if I'm doing.
Chill. The thing with Devin is, I'm not saying Devin can shoot as good as Klay, but Devin is when he gets it going, he gets it going. Right. But the thing about it is, Klay's inconsistencies and Devin's inconsistencies are one and the same. I will say this though. Devin, he's going to provide more athleticism, younger, better defense at this moment in time, better rebounding, better one-on-one play and penetration. I'd rather have Devin Vassell.
They move over.
He's gonna run the floor more
better than Klay Thompson at this point.
Who?
No, just like I'm not saying Malik Monk's the low standard. I'm just saying Malik Monk better than him too. There's a lot of people who are better than Klay Thompson
right now. There's the names that you're giving me, Mars. Like we wouldn't have this conversation 4 or 5 years ago. But the fact that we having this conversation right now, it's obvious that Klay has declined. I just don't think he's washed. Like he's over. He's finished.
Yeah, he can still play in the NBA.
That's what I'm thinking about.
I get it. Okay.
Like Chris Paul is over, I think.
I just called you washed when you're like way past what you used to. Like washed to me is relative to what you were, not relative to the NBA. Like,
right.
So if you let's use Kevin Durant. If Kevin Durant next season is a 16-point per game scorer,
that's over. KD is over.
Like for me, that's washed. Like even though he's still better than like 50% of the league, he's washed because he was arguably the greatest scorer ever. So that's how I consider washed. Klay Thompson compared to what he used to be is washed. That's what I'm saying. He's still better than people in the league. Like he's better than James Wiseman, obviously. But he's
just at his position. You gave me like 15 guys.
I could probably
that we having a conversation about. 4 years ago, you couldn't give me 3 guys that we can have a legit conversation about. You giving me like 15 guys now that we actually Derek White. I'm having a conversation about Klay Thompson and Derek White today. I'm having a conversation about Klay Thompson and Emmanuel Quigley today, who, by the way, is one of the best rotation players in the game. But I'm arguing Quigley. I'm arguing Klay Thompson and a rotation player, not Klay Thompson and another starter on a playoff team. Klay Thompson and a rotation player. That's where we are.
Rookie Asar Thompson better than Klay Thompson. Klay's not even the best Thompson in the league.
No cap.
He's the second best Thompson.
Damn.
Might be third, depending on how you feel about Tristan. But let me stop.
All right, y'all.
Yeah,
I got
he
a couple
definitely
more
not the best
losing streaks. Couple more losing streaks I want to bring to light. And then I'm gonna go ahead and read these super chats. And Damo sent me something interesting that I have to put on the screen.
Am I gonna get a chance to speak on what I saw this weekend or not?
You just keep getting forgotten about. It's tough.
I mean, well,
he one of the biggest ones up there.
I forgot.
I mean, you know. Hey, well, look, Ron don't dictate what we talk about on this show. You know what I'm saying? Just leave it there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna ask if I'm allowed to talk about what I saw this weekend.
What did you see this weekend, Big Ox?
Actually, until the 24th, you're really not allowed to talk about anything. Like
Big Ox, what did you see this weekend?
Go ahead, talk to us.
Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty of things. You know what I'm saying? Finally, real hoop has started. You know what I'm saying? The NBA season been going, but real basketball is here. NCAA women's basketball yesterday was great basketball. I don't know if y'all caught that. I'm assuming you didn't. No? Okay. Well, I'll run it down to you. Don't worry about it. That's what I'm here for. The unranked North Carolina State beat the number 2 powerhouse UConn Huskies 92-81.
Served them, by the way.
Yeah, got them good. It was Paige Becker's second game back after missing all last season due to that torn Achilles. Torn ACL. Sanaya Rivers from NC State put up 33 points and 10 rebounds. Paige Becker did have a good game. She dropped 27 points, 3 assists. Aaliyah Edwards, she came to ball, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Still couldn't get it done. Oh yeah, Aaliyah got better. She's bigger, stronger, faster, knocking down that mid-range jump shot. South Carolina, number 6, South Carolina beat number 14 Maryland 114-76. Chloe Kitts, Camila Cordoza, they were getting busy down there on the post for the Gamecocks. But look, South Carolina should have never, ever been ranked number 6 to start with. You already know that was mad disrespectful from the jump. Y'all remember they put up 100 on 10 ranked Notre Dame as well. So number 1 LSU, number 2 UConn, both lost.
Hold up right quick though. While you talking about South Carolina, Malaysia Fulweiler?
Fulweiler, yeah.
Dog.
She's a baller. And she gets busy when the lights come on. She hit the ball.
I see y'all in the chat. Y'all talk about, we don't want to talk about this. We don't want to hear about either women's hoop or college hoop, whatever it is.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We talk
Malaysia Fulweiler. Hey, chill. I'm telling you, like, even if you don't care about women's hoops or NCAA hoops, watch this girl because she go crazy. I mean, absolutely bonkers.
Yeah. Nah, she going crazy.
You gonna like her for real.
Start. But this is the thing, y'all saying I'm just reading stats. But I mean, I watched all three of these games we're talking about from beginning to end. Chloe Kitts, once she gets a little stronger and starts using that left hand, she's gonna be a major issue. She had 13 points, 10 rebounds. After last year playing behind Aaliyah Boston, she wasn't getting much clock. Now this year she's getting some burn. Camila Cardoso, I believe she's out of Brazil. She go crazy too. Now, so since LSU and UConn both lost, I'm pretty sure South Carolina and Iowa are going to be fighting for that number 1 spot. I'm pretty sure it's going to go to Iowa, but South Carolina is the better team. Stamp that. Also, the game of the night for me was number 15 Stanford beating number 9 Indiana. Cameron Brink is the best player in women's college basketball. Stamp that. Cameron Brink is the best player in women's college basketball. She dropped 20 and 17 and held All-American Mackenzie Holmes to 0 points and 0 rebounds in the whole first half. That is an All-American we're talking about. Cameron Brink held her to 0 points and 0 rebounds in the whole first half. That's what I saw this weekend in basketball. I wasn't watching NBA. I was watching women's college basketball.
What's up, Mars?
There was a special request from Legend of Winning. He wanted me to call him so he could talk to you guys. Lo, you are on the mic if you would like to talk.
Yo, first
Low down in the hizzle.
Just shenanigans I've heard so far. That man ticket when it came to the Pacers, he thought that they were going to be at best a 500 ball club. I went back and fact checked it as well. He was not saying anything special about that team whatsoever. He was just as down on the Pacers as everyone else was. And on top of that, not knowing who Devin Vassell is, because he is not only better than Klay Thompson, but is better than like half the other names that would name as well. Klay is washed. It's ridiculous, bro. Klay is like an old towel. He's washed.
Damn.
He was a good dude, but it's done.
Why Low calling in? Why he ain't just hit the
Low down in the house? What up, Low down?
They he left. He just had to tell you guys that Klay was washed and that I was right. And apparently Ticket was lying about the Pacers. So Ron, there you go. Ticket got pulled out on his cap, I guess. But yeah, Devin Vassell. I try to tell you guys, best offensive player in the Spurs. Speaking of, we haven't spoken about the Spurs. Can we have the conversation about Devin Vassell being the best offensive player on that team yet? Or do we need to see Wemby have 7 turnovers again against the Heat? Like, how long until we see shot tracking threes, 7 turnovers, can't dribble against good defenders? Like, how many more times do we have to see that before we admit that Devin Vassell the best offensive player on that team?
Anybody?
I'm good.
That question for a specific person. I don't think he hears.
No, it's also for the chat. I saw the poll. When I said he was the best offensive player on the team, it was 65-35 people saying Wemby was the best offensive player on the team. Someone in the chat, 65% of you, we got 2.5K in here. 65%, that's about what, 1.6? I expect 1,600 people in the chat to tell me how Victor Wembanyama is the best offensive player on the San Antonio Spurs.
Because
he's tall. Go ahead and tell me how that happens. Let me know.
Come on, man.
Because from what I'm seeing, I'm not seeing the best offensive player on the team. But maybe you guys are seeing something different. I don't know. Just let me know.
Hey, Morris, real quick. I'm sorry to cut you off, brother. But can somebody please ask Deshaun Blocker and Underground Scoop TV in the chat, what's so wrong with women's basketball, and why do they prefer so much to look at, why do they hate women's basketball as opposed to men's basketball? Is it the sweaty muscles of these men just glistening on your TV screen that you just love so much? Is that what it is? You just love to see these big grown men and their strong ripping muscles. Y'all just love it so much. Y'all hate women.
It's one of two reasons, man. I'm about to tell you, either they hate women. No, they hate women, or they just love men. One or the other.
I just don't like college basketball in general, so I'm not tapped into men or women's college basketball.
All I'm saying is your mama should have hugged you more. Then maybe you wouldn't hate women so much.
Y'all might want to stop disrespecting women's basketball or leave Ox alone in the chat.
No, don't leave me alone. It's nothing wrong with being homosexual. You know what I'm saying? It's 2023. If you love dudes, you like sweaty balls. It's all right, bro.
Moving along though, Joshua Martin said Ox, Frida Foreman best shooter in college. That's old girl from Virginia?
Frida, I'm not hip to her. I'm not hip to her.
I might be wrong, but old girl from Virginia, she just went head to head with Caitlin Clark, and she was going bananas. I mean, she didn't outshoot Caitlin Clark, like that's like outshoot Steph Curry. You're not gonna do that, but she went toe to toe with her, and she did her thing for real.
Why isn't it one and done for the WNBA in college? Why do they have to do like multiple years?
They're not gonna get paid. They're not gonna get paid enough to give up that education. So
okay.
I think that might have a lot to do with it.
I spoke to a couple women because I asked that same question to former WNBA players and women close to WNBA before. They said that those girls' bodies aren't ready after just 1 year to go and perform in the WNBA. That's what I was told by former WNBA players. Because we were having this is around the time of the conversation when Shaq was like lowering the rim so they can dunk. Would help the league, and it was a strong outcry of women saying, "You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up." It was around that time. I'm like, so how can we help the league? Could getting girls like Paige into the league quicker, get these girls in the league quicker, would that help? It was like, nah, Paige come in here and get her ass bust. She's not ready to compete against grown women. These are grown women. So it's a body development thing.
That might be I have to listen to the professionals because they know a little better than I do. But I think that's a big cap though. I think because they can still come and develop, but also too remember that was the same thing that was being said about the men. Oh man, these freshmen can't go and play in the NBA, yada 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 yada. It's not all of them might be able to, but just like with the men, it's some of them that can. Kevin Garnett was able to do it. There was other people that weren't able to do it straight out of high school. Some people straight out of college their freshman year, they were able to do it. Others never heard about them. So I don't know. I think it's the gap right now, and they just got to figure it out. But I know one thing: Caitlin Clark, after her freshman year, she could have played in the WNBA. But I mean, it's always a struggle when you go up to that next level, though, no matter what.
Hey, real quick, this dude, Underground Scoop TV. I haven't heard you say anything productive about basketball, so I'm gonna guess you a troll. That's what I'm gonna guess. I haven't heard you give anything productive about basketball. All you in here doing is insulting ops. All you in here doing is calling other people simps, anything like that. Can you tell us exactly what you know about basketball, or reveal to us that you a 15-year-old in your stupid ass history class right now, trying to waste time?
Respects history class.
Would it be because
I got a degree in history.
Would it be because it's not enough like roster spots too to have like a plethora of women coming out after their freshman year?
It could be that.
There's not enough teams in the league. Okay, because it's like legit. And again, I don't know what's beyond a casual when it comes to WNBA basketball. I support it. I do my retweets and my shout outs, but I'm casual when it comes to WNBA. But isn't it a case where it's like legit vets and women that are genuinely good that still are making rosters?
They've been in college. They've been in college for a lot of years. Yes, absolutely it is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but shout out the WNBA. They're expanding right now. Obviously, they have the team in San Francisco come in, and I'm assuming over these next 2 years. Portland too. When's that team coming?
As soon as San Francisco comes.
Oh, okay.
They come together.
Did they've announced it? Or it's just in talk?
What's her name? Ramona. What's her name? I think so. She did an article about it. They were saying, I guess they were saying that they got to come with 2 teams at a time, 2 or something like that.
I mean, it would make sense. You can't have an odd amount of teams.
Yes, they said Portland's coming too.
How does expansion work in the W? Do they do an expansion draft in the WNBA too?
I can't tell you that more. If I told you, I'd be lying.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they would need to. If there's so many women that aren't making like these rosters, because
do they just pick up all the free agents?
I might say, it might be a large enough pool of free agent women that are like still overseas or wherever the case is that can come and play for these teams too. Might be. Again, I'm super casual. I might be lying to you right now. I don't know.
Yes, but shout out women's college basketball. Best basketball you'll ever get to see.
No, it ain't. Let's chill out with that, Ox. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the women. I like the women's game, but it's not the best basketball. No, it is not. Don't do that, y'all.
Maybe not to you, but I've been on the turn.
What about the women's game? Just from a fundamental standpoint, because that's what it sounds like right now. From a fundamental standpoint, going off curl screens, handling the basketball, rebounding. What about that is better than the men's game in terms of it? Because you said it's the best. What about that is better than the men's game, Ox?
I prefer to watch it because to me, it's still a pure form of basketball where they're not relying on their ability to jump over people and dunk the basketball. They actually got to play basketball, run plays, run their sets. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like watching basketball that I grew up on. I grew up on that style of basketball.
But what makes it better than the WNBA? Because you said women's college basketball is the best. So what makes women's college basketball better than the WNBA? What's the difference?
Which they got better players in the WNBA.
Yeah. So what's the difference in like, I don't know, play style?
I guess it's not too much of a difference, but I just like it. I like women's college basketball. I just always have. I mean, that's fine. I'm once again, I'm not trying to convince anybody. I'm just telling y'all how I feel about it.
You just said it's the best college. You just said it's the best basketball.
Yes, to me. But that's not me trying to convince you of that, Chilton. If you
told me that you just had a plate of food and it's the best food, I want to go. I'm gonna go find out where you eating at. What's going on? I might want to plate of this food. It's the best.
We'll start watching some more college women's basketball. Chilton, you might start feeling that way too.
I actually know Tara Vanderveer, so I mean I'm familiar with women's college basketball. Worked the camp a couple of times, so.
Yeah, Speaking of eating, Ox, is that chicken that you stole from the pastor and the reverend over at the church?
No, it's way too early for that, Ron. It's way too early
Ron,
for that.
Don't start it, Ron. Can we get back focused?
This right here, blueberries, raspberries, pineapple. You know what I'm saying? It's way too early to be eating that type of shit.
For sure, you don't got to answer this question, but I'm just asking, where did you get that from?
Where I get what? This fruit bowl?
Yeah.
Safeway. I ain't steal from the church house. I know that.
Okay,
this is crazy. The fat phobia is insane because yet again we have Ox and Mars eating on stream during the show. And I'm not seeing one super chat nor comment.
But the minute
put it down. The minute
you shout out on
point, I wasn't even eating. I was just standing here I like try to. I don't know what. I think I sucked my tooth or something. I seen the comment. Yo, Don, here go Damo eating. I'm like, this is crazy. I see how it is. Though. I see how it is. It's straight. It's the fact. It's cool.
And Underground Scoop TV, yes, you can have a preference. There's a difference between having a preference and saying F the other thing. Ox thinks women's college basketball is the best. He ain't saying F men's college basketball. He ain't saying F the pros. That's what you doing, which again suggests to me that you a troll.
All right, y'all. Damo sent me this, so I gotta put it on the screen.
It's the most disrespectful thing I've seen in my life, bro.
I've seen Damo reply to this too.
Yo, Damo, Jason Richardson was dope.
Hey, hold up. This Cowboy Bob, Brian Towson.
Yeah, this Cowboy.
Oh, okay. Cowboy Bob made this list, and where did he send it to, Damo?
It's in the chat. It's in the comment section of the face-offs.
Comment, yeah, that's where it is.
Okay. He said back-to-back Black Friday 2K edition. Fluent in Chilltown are Kareem and Oscar. Before we go any further, who's Kareem and who's Oscar? Mars is the only one I could trust with this.
Oscar is older than Kareem, and Chilltown was the first human to exist. So Chill is obviously Oscar, and then Kareem can be Fluent just based on age and chronological order. That's how surprised. You said you studied history, you just wrote a biography or something. I don't get how you studied history, but I mean it's a free degree, I guess.
It is not free. No, I actually did study history.
What, just remembering what happened like 2 weeks ago or something?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit more than that.
How the hell does Gifty get Donovan Mitchell when I'm fucking?
Hold on, we gonna get there. Hold on.
RJ went to the finals.
And for all of our audio listeners, I gotta read these off, Damo. Hold on. So Mars and Low is Shea and Giddey. Once again, I gotta ask the question, and Damo, I'm gonna ask you, who's Shea and who's Giddey out of Mars and Low?
Well, I think Low will definitely rely on Mars way more for basketball knowledge. So I think Shea will be Mars and Low will be Giddey.
Okay. Shea and Giddey, I don't really see the comparison, but Shea and Giddey. All right. J-Rob got Paul George, PG-13.
Damn.
Bubble PG. Yep.
I don't see a bubble up here. I think he just thinks he's Paul George.
It's like, it's understood. What's understood doesn't need to be said.
Okay, all right. Dub got Kyrie Irving.
Vaccine mandate, Kyrie.
Damo got Richard Jefferson or Jason Richardson. He put two names up here. I don't know which one.
Jason Richardson.
I need an explanation for both of them.
Thank you. Like looking at this list, even when I seen this list at first, I'm just thinking player comparison to us on screen. How the hell am I Richard Jefferson? I didn't realize Bob had Robert Horry, so I felt a little bit better. But even then, I'm like, bro, I'm just Richard Jefferson. Then I seen 2K comparisons. I don't know about everybody up here. I've played 2K since 2K2. I've used Richard Jefferson on 2K. There's no way I'm just Richard Jefferson or just Jason Richardson. That's crazy.
You nicer than that, big? You nicer than that?
I know I'm nicer than Richard Jefferson or Jason Richardson.
Who would you give yourself?
On 2K?
Mm-hmm.
I'm if anything, I'm like 2K13 Gerald Green, Rudy Gay type ordeal. I'm like that. I'm not gonna give myself 2K14 Bron because that's just meat ride. But I can't say 2K16 Steph because that's game breaking. I'm not gonna give myself too much praise. But like, bro, put some respect on my name, son. Like, what do we do? I'm like, see, I don't know how much people really been playing 2K, but I'm gonna take it back. I'm like 2K8 Vince Carter. Like, I'm one of them. Like, what do we talk? Richard Jefferson.
Real ones know about 2K16 Rodney Stuckey, but that's besides the point. So I'm just
shout out Hot Rod. Kentwood legend, by the way. Anyways, though, is anybody up here that agrees with Richard Jefferson or Jason Richardson for Damo?
I don't play video games.
First of all, Damo, I'm not no video game analysis at all. Jason Richardson was nice, bro.
Yes, he was.
Jason Richardson was dope. I mean, personally, I like Jason Richardson.
Hey, he cool. But on this list of names, again, especially with it being 2K oriented, That's not good enough for me. That's why.
Oh, this is the two. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see why you keep saying 2K. Okay, because I just read the top Friday 2K edition.
So Jason Richardson was cool if you like the dunk. I'm a bucket. What are we talking about? Now Mustard having Jaylen Brown, that's cool. Mustard can't go left. I feel that.
Wait a second. Did Robert Word even got it 2K? Am I even in the game?
Yeah, he on some of the historic Lakers teams.
That's why I said I ain't feel too bad when I see Ox was Robert Word. I was like, all right, so I'm not the only one being disrespected. That's cool.
Does anybody see Ox in Robert Horry as a comparison?
I don't understand. I mean, I shoot like Rob. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool.
Can't shoot a Hall of Fame. Comeback kid Hall of Fame. Decent.
I would if we go on 2K though. If we go on 2K, I would have preferred 2K8. 2K8. What's my guy? Andre Iguodala. You know what I'm saying? Straight the 76ers version, the Bronze Stopper.
Yeah, Andre in 2K8 was crazy.
That wasn't nasty one.
That was everything.
You know what I'm saying? I would have preferred that. Even a couple years, you know, I would have took that. I would have took that young. You know what I'm saying? But whatever.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go through the rest of these comparisons. I'm lost right now. He was Cowboy. He was all over the place. He said Ticket TV, Allen Iverson, Young Africa, Joel Embiid.
That's just racist.
Lamont, Damian Lillard, Gifted, Donovan Mitchell, and Mustard, Jaylen Brown. I can't find the consistency in here. I just can't. I don't know.
After using Jaylen Brown recently, that's a perfect comparison for Mustard. I ain't gonna lie.
So he got Mustard's right. Did he get anybody else's right?
He got Mustard right. I fuck with Gifted, but I'm not giving him Donovan Mitchell. I'll give him like I'll give him Drew Holiday. Lamont being Dame actually dope on 2K, so I can't give Lamont Dame. I'll give him Seth Curry. Seth Curry can shoot. Yeah. And in Young Africa, just because he's African, you give him an Embiid, that's racist. I'll give him Bismack Biyombo, but that's just me if we being racist.
So we just letting Josh Giddey slide as me or low, just like that's fine. Perfectly fine. Just interesting.
Personally, I
mean, you get buckets, Mars. I'm not saying I gave you Shea. I mean, you get buckets.
No, so Shea and Giddey going against Kareem and Oscar. I mean,
hey, Mars, he got the
on 2K
Australian and British accent mixed up, so he thought
I saw that. I did see that super chat.
Steven Adams. I don't know.
I did see that chat from I did see that chat from dude who I don't give him no shine, but I'll take being the first team All NBA performer and finishing second in the league and league MVP votes and taking my team to the NBA finals. I'll take that 100%. So no doubt, my man. Thank you, brother.
Hey, see, dude just started disrespecting me too. But this is love. This is love right here. I'm Samuel Dallenberg. That's my dude.
I'll take it.
Hey, that's my dude.
Shout out,
that's really love right there from Underground School TV. I appreciate
Shout
you,
out,
brother.
Big
That's my
I'll
dude
take it.
for real.
Yeah,
He don't know. Hey, Ron, he don't know. He don't know.
Better
Hey,
than 2022 KD. How about that?
Hey, on the low, birthday was cold in 2K back in the day. If you know, you know.
Cool.
But all right, let's get into these super chats. Winner sent through a super chat said, "Side note, prayers to Kelly Oubre Jr."
Y'all know y'all kind of old. Y'all on the older side too.
2K8 weren't playing NBA Live back in those days. You just wrong. I'm not gonna lie. NBA Live cleared until like 2K.
I don't know. As a person who's playing both, 2K ain't start clearing live until like into 2K9. 2K9 was the first one where it was like better than live. No, 2K10.
Exactly. Live cleared in the 2000s. Like you weren't if you were playing 2K.
But 2K was still good though. No. 2K was still good though. It was still good.
Like Live 5 just cleared. Like
Live 05. I mean, that's because the game modes
Live 5 was that's when Melo was on the cover, right?
Yep. Live 05 Melo was on the cover. What y'all Live 04? What? For me personally, what? Live 03, that was cool. That was with Jason Kidd on the cover. I messed with that one. Live 04 with Vince was cool. Live 05 with Melo was cool. 06 with that was the Wade year, if I'm not mistaken, right? Live 06 with Wade. Yeah, that's when they introduced like the little player like abilities or whatever it was. Live 06 was cool. 07 with T-Mac was cool. 08 with Gilbert was my favorite. 09 with Tony Parker was the last one that was really cool, and then they did Elite with Dwight Howard, which was trash. Or was it Elite 11? Did they skip
11
10?
is the one that was cooked. 11 was
the one that was cooked.
I forget. Yeah, it's cooked.
Yeah, I forget the one with I forget who was on 10. I don't even think they did it 10. I'm not even sure. No, they did it on 10. That was Dwight. I forgot who was on 10. I don't know. Y'all think about 2K? I'm talking about live. 2K was cool with 2K3 and 4, 5. It didn't really get super good until they did back-to-back Shaqs. So 6 and 7 when they got like super good. 2K8 with Chris Paul.
2K8 11 is when they just like, because NBA Live came out with whatever nonsense they did, and then 2K11 is like goated, and then they
2K10. I'm gonna let you know right now. 2K10
we can have a whole segment about 2K. It looked like we can have a whole we can have a whole. It looked like we can have. I don't know. Again, I don't know nothing about video games.
Live 10 was Dwight, so they went back to back.
Look like we can have a whole segment about video.
We really could. But 2K10 is when they took the reins, though. With Kobe on the cover, I remember that commercial like it was yesterday. That was when it was officially 2K.
Yeah, I'm fine. That like the 2000s to me is live, and then the turn of the decades, 2K got it.
Yeah. Hey, Ron, have we done the PC like 2K tournament yet? Or no?
Bob, it's not 2024 yet. You keep
spoiling everything. You spoiling everything, man.
Oh, well, y'all know.
So Ron, it's obvious that this is so. I'm learning every day, Ron, with your man. So now I know we can't tell him nothing.
Nobody tell me that.
This is who your man is. This is your man.
I'm not in the know. I don't be knowing nothing until I don't know.
So if you don't know nothing, right? So if you don't know nothing, and it might be something. The last thing you want to do is get in front of the whole family and say, "Yo, I heard such and such getting married." What you doing, Big Ox? That's somebody from the family to the side. Hey, Ron, is such and such getting married? Maybe talk to him about it before you put it on blast. That's your man, Ron.
Chill.
I'm just saying
that's gossip. I'm just asking questions. I was just wondering if we ever did one before. I didn't know that there was questions.
Ron, what was that last super chat?
It was cap.
Before that was super cap. I'm about to say super cap. I just wanted to see it again. People these teenagers are lying. This is crazy. No, this is how I know dudes is like children and don't really know nothing for real. When it was ESPN 2K5 with Ben Wallace on the cover, it did not take over NBA Live with Melo on the cover because NBA Live was so patented because of the fact that it had the All-Star Weekend feature. That was the first year they really did the All-Star Weekend feature with the dunk contest, and that took over the street. That's how I know for a fact. You stop talking to your big brother that sucked at Live and told you 2K was better because I know for a fact, EJ, you were not playing the game back then. What are we talking about?
Damn, EJ getting cooked over 2K.
We're done with
poor little EJ.
Sorry, EJ.
But Winter said, side note, prayers to Kelly Oubre Jr. Definitely want to send our prayers to him, hoping for a speedy recovery. He was balling this year so far.
I think he's up and around.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he got broken ribs.
I heard he got broken ribs. So
yeah, I think he's up and around.
They discharged him and stuff.
Yeah, he's up and around.
All right, cool. Well, hey, we want to see you on the court sooner than later. Hopefully, he can come back balling just as much, if not more, than what he was doing before. IRG said Luka and Kyrie looking dangerous. Where do they rank as a duo?
Top two.
They keep this up. Yeah, might have to stay up there if they keep this up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
SRX Biggs or SR Biggs said, Damo, Russ has the same usage and touches when he got to the Clippers that he had with the Lakers. They lied is not accurate.
Okay, so you just weren't listening. You just was waiting to super chat and talk. They lied to him about what his role would be with the team. You can give the guy the ball as much as you want, but his role with the team and what he's doing on the team was definitely misconstrued. What he thought he was getting into is not what he got into, which is why he had to be talked into coming off the bench, which is why I'm saying lied to him.
Damo, if you tell me if I join the group, Damo, and you tell me, yo, you're gonna write a bunch of songs for me, only I'm singing background, and then you tell me later on, yo, I need you to sing more background, and you're gonna be so much better with us background. That ain't what you said to me in the beginning. It's not what you said to me in the beginning. You told me you was gonna write a bunch of songs for me, and I was gonna be the lead vocalist. That's what you said. So
SR sent through another super chat, SR Biggs, and he said, laughing emojis, Damo got his logic from NBA Twitter and thinks it is accurate.
I mean, I'm sorry that you can go on Twitter and see pictures of LeBron James, a plethora of books on the first page. If you're a person that, my dad reads a lot of books. If I see my dad with a book, his bookmark is somewhere in the middle of the book, of all the books he's reading. If you're reading a book, there's no way you're just on the first page of every book you have in your hand.
Maybe they just catch him maybe it's just ironic, or coincidence. Maybe it's coincidental that every time they catch Bron, or maybe he likes to start his books in the locker room.
No,
and then goes home and finishes them.
No, Ron.
Maybe it just takes him a long time to read the title.
Or maybe he just reading books quick. So every time you see him,
or maybe he ain't reading the books at all. How about that for an idea?
He could read like Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? You just take him a while.
How about that for an idea?
Exactly. If he read like Floyd Mayweather, I promise you, he's not gonna have multiple books on the first page. He's gonna have the same book. If you read like Mayweather, come on.
Keeping it lit. Devin sent through a super chat and said, Ox is chatting. If Harden was doing this on his Kings, he'd have a completely different tone.
If Harden was doing what?
Everything Ox says?
Yes, Morris. Everything. Every single thing I said. But what I'm trying to figure out, though, if he was doing what on the Kings, specifically?
Losing 4 straight, I guess.
No, well. I've never
you entered
been
the
there
poll
before.
Okay, so Wemby won the poll again, best offensive player in the Spurs. 47% of you this time. 47% of the 800 votes. Please explain to me how Wemby is the best offensive player in the Spurs. Please. Thank you.
It was close though, Mars.
Yeah, 47 to 46. It should be 80 to 20. But it's fine. So 47%. Please explain how Wemby is the best offensive player in the Spurs. I'm all this. I'm listening.
Anybody?
He might be the best offensive threat, but he ain't there yet, though. No, not yet.
I think it's close though. I don't think it's just a runaway from Devin.
He is the tallest. He could shoot the basketball, but he's still not there in terms of his know-how of being an offensive player. He's not. He is not there.
Morris, why do you think Devin clears, or you just clearly better? Clears?
Clears, yeah. Better ball handler, better passer, better playmaker, better shooter, better shot creator, better off the ball. Wemby better in the post, better offensive rebounder. That's it.
Okay.
And his shot selection is much worse than Vassell as well. So yeah, just shout out to Wemby though. Elite defender already, top 10 defender in the league, but just offensively, nah.
All right, keeping it pushing. A super chat from some guy named Ticket TV. It must be his burner account or something. He said, Ron and anyone standing with him is a scumbag, period. And I'm better than little Ox Nas Bob at everything. MP13 sent through a super chat and said, Curry scoring this much with negative floor spacing is nuts. People need to appreciate this man before he checks out. I can't imagine the next time we'll see a top 10 player of all time in the league.
There's 2 of them in the league right now. Actually, there's only one, LeBron, but that's besides the point.
Winner with another super chat said, last season, Poole was the second leader in points, averaging 20 off the bench. Last season, when everyone else but Steph was struggling, Poole took pressure off of Steph.
Revisionist history a little bit.
EJ clapped back to Damo's response and said, y'all sleep. 2K5 was better than Live 05. All-Star Weekend is the only reason why people played live.
What was the reason people played 2K?
Different mechanics, honestly. Genuinely, the only difference was outside of the rosters was how the players moved and how the gameplay was. And typically, at least from people I knew, the only people that played 2K over live were the people that sucked at live. Genuinely, I swear. Like, that was literally it. You played 2K because you could not play live.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone say 2K5 better than Live 05 until today. But, I mean, when you have this many people, one person is bound to just be wrong.
Ezekiel Barning said Chill was right about giving Maxey the ball.
Wasn't that Ox's take?
No, it was mine and Dub. It was mine and then Dub.
Oh, damn.
Dub. All right, see, that's not on the line. Chilton, I was gonna let you have it, but you, I'm not.
I said it last year. Ox was the one who said it in the summer.
I said it during the playoffs, and Low and Mars attacked me Like, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, I mean, we don't, it don't matter. I know.
I thought it was Ox's take, but
I know you had to take too, but I'm saying
I thought it was Ox's take, but if it's true, then yeah, my fault.
I'm cool with sharing it. We on the same page.
Yeah, it's just like it's the both of y'all's.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. Yep.
Vegeta's dusty ass hairline said, "Do y'all think Chet can reach a ceiling with Shea?"
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
He's gonna be the best player on that team in a couple of years.
I can see that. Yurt sent through a super chat and said, "Bam, 23-10-4 with the best defense in the NBA and the third seed. All NBA is his."
I'm just glad that I'm just glad that he doing what he doing right now, and y'all didn't give up on him. This is exactly what I've been talking about for years, man. With you dudes giving up on these dudes and letting them out. Make these dudes get better. And this right here is the evidence of it. When you make these dudes get better, instead of just trading them away, make them get better. Demand that they get better. No, ship them out. No, Bam is a 20-10 guy. You ain't shipping him out. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes my best might not be better than I don't know, Joker's best. That doesn't mean that I still ain't awesome. And the fact that you don't win the NBA championship, but you get there, it doesn't diminish the fact that this dude isn't awesome. Bam is a 20-10 guy and an all-league defender. Make him get better, and you doing that instead of just shipping him out. I dig that.
Is DeAndre Ayton a 20-10 guy?
I do think he's a 20-10 guy. Make him get better. Demand that he gets better. Stop shipping. Stop letting these guys off the hook and demanding that they get traded somewhere else. And then when that guy goes somewhere else and he's awesome, now you mad. Why couldn't my team do it? You actually could do it. You just didn't demand it.
All right, y'all, keeping it pushing. Early Cofield has some words to some people up here. Said, "What did I say about Ant-Man and the Wolves? Mars, you, Jalen, and Lowdown gonna have to run me my money, man. Hashtag Ant for MVP." Mars,
I'm not actually in that bet because what happened was he wanted us. So the bet was he made it on Open Gym. If the Wolves play the Nuggets in the playoffs, he has the Wolves winning. And he said, and we obviously had the Nuggets. So the deal was he'll give us 250 if the Nuggets win, and we'll each give him 250 if the Wolves win. But then it changed because the odds were different. So then Lowe tried to change it to we get 100 if the Nuggets win, and he still gets 250. So then I said, no, I'm not doing this for only $100. There's no point because there's a chance it could happen. So I stepped down. So the bet is between Jalen and Lowe and Early. They get 100 each, or 200 each, and he gets 500 combined if the Wolves beat the Nuggets. I'm not in the bet because they tried to make me do it for $100.
Be careful with bets like that, Morris, because if they don't even play each other in the playoffs, he still might try to bully you out that money. That happens sometimes around here.
Yeah, only on occasion. Only on occasion. I don't know if Early got the pool.
Are you familiar with any instances like that, Big Ox? Have you heard anything like that happening?
I haven't.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, I have. Hell yeah. Ticket did it.
Oh,
damn. Putting names on it is crazy. I normally just leave it out there to linger and then just be.
No need to pussyfoot around and beat around the bush, man. We all know what happened. He tried to scam that brother out some money he didn't rightfully win.
Word on the streets is when he flew up to New York, he almost had him.
Couldn't find him.
That Shallow, he a slippery character. Rambo E 1996 said, I understand that Golden State ran into a good team, but no Warrior outside of Steph has scored more than 20. He needs a more consistent second scorer.
See, Steph always needs in a super team, man. Can't get it done by himself. It's crazy.
Noah Bonga said, Can y'all each give your best version of a player, like specific? 2018 Bron, playoff Jimmy, Bubble TJ Warren, etc.
Jordan, 1992, that was the best version of him. Magic, 87, that was the best version of him. 2000 Shaq, that was the best version of him.
Bubble Dame.
See, that's more specific. See, Chill not being specific enough. Like, the best player of all time, Steph Curry up 15. Best player of all time. That's when Steph Curry's up 15, best player I've ever seen. That's specific. That right there. If the score is 87-72, there's nothing on the line. Steph Curry, the best player ever.
Don't forget about 2008 Chris Bosh. 2008 Chris Bosh. I'm thinking 2010 or 11 Danny Granger.
Best version. 2000 Rasheed Wallace in the Western Conference Championship. That was the first. That was the first. I remember watching him, thinking to myself, he was one of the few players that I've seen in my lifetime that I felt like he could score every time he touched the ball. I didn't think that there was nobody who could stop him.
Hey, Chilton, that's 100 blocks, 100 threes right there.
I was really nervous for the Lakers, and I was like, yo, they're Shaq, AC Green, they don't got nobody that can stop this dude. That was the best.
I'm not supposed to say this because we're backed by the Laker media cartel, but it's a few of them series that the Lakers weren't supposed to win, and that's one of them. But
I would say 2017 Westbrook and 2008 Gerald Wallace.
Gerald Wallace, that's a fire.
2008 Gerald Wallace. That his first year on the. I don't know if that was his first year on the Bobcats, or maybe his second year, but yeah,
I like Gerald Wallace.
Dog.
I did. I like Gerald.
I was a dog.
I did like Gerald Wallace.
2003 Pedro Stojakovic too. Just throw that out there.
Hey Duppy, 88. A lot of people talk about 88 MJ. 89 MJ was better than 88 MJ.
I'm gonna keep it hot. 2018 D'Angelo Russell, man, that was the best D'Lo I've ever seen, bro.
I don't know. I think 2020 D'Lo.
18 or 19?
I think 2020.
The year he took it to the playoffs, that was 18. Was that not 18?
No, that was 2020 D'Lo might be better than 2018 D'Lo.
Nah, but the vibes weren't there, man. The vibes.
Hey, 2004 Kevin Garnett.
Do I gotta mention the obvious glaring elephant in the room?
Yes, you do, Ron.
2006 Kobe Bryant.
You guys are so boring.
That stretch in January, he was man.
That Kobe
scoring 60 in 3 quarters and then scoring 81 within like 2 weeks.
Manu Ginobili when Tayshaun Prince is guarding him.
Any Manu, any year. Hey, we could do any year Manu, every Manu.
That one game Andre Miller scored 50 with no threes.
Yo, shout out Dre.
You better shout out Dre Miller. You better shout out Dre Miller before he rough you up.
Dre Miller in the house.
Oh man, I told y'all Dre Miller was finna beat Ron up in Vegas.
Dre Miller wasn't finna do nothing but take his old slow ass upstairs and ice his knees.
Damn, Ron, you got all these stories. Yo, you got stories.
I was just about to say,
I didn't ever hear that.
Shout out Dre Miller, though.
Can we get to the bottom of that? You was about to get into a fight with Andre Miller in Vegas?
It wasn't ox hyping it. It wasn't all of that. I was merely showing Andre Miller some love, and he ain't like my comments.
Hey,
So
what about for real? What about 2023 De'Aaron Fox? That's a bad motherfucker.
All right, next super chat. Let's move on.
All right, damn, my bad. Killed the vibes.
Big Daddy P72 Palmer said, Luka hates them black stars. He be busting wet threes all in their mouth. He be finishing over and under and through them all night. He owns the Clippers. Magic.
Let's move on again.
I believe that the term is pause.
Pause can suffice. I don't even know if pause can
pause.
I would say anytime Luka sees a Clipper jersey or a Phoenix jersey is the best version of Luka.
Yeah, Luka when he sees any teams in that division, for real. I ain't gonna lie. That division, he gonna be for them.
Jalil West said 76ers got better because we got an actual coach.
Low key.
How much? I'm going from Nick Nurse, Doc Rivers to Nick Nurse, like going from Steven Silas to Ime Udoka. Might be the same level of
It's like actually getting a coach. You going from a terrorist to an actual coach. Low key.
Yeah, like that's like if that was most improved like franchise of the year, like Philly might have a chance of winning it after Houston, like second place.
I just dig the discipline on your crew more than anything, Mars. Like games that you would have lost last year, you winning them this year. When you get in the fourth quarter, it looks like there's more poise on your team more than anything. You guys slow down. You guys get a hold of yourselves and actually run offense. You know, Sagoon looks more confident when you get into meat and potatoes of games. I wasn't that high on Houston because like I think Damo was it Damo? Oh, somebody said over 40.
It was Damo. It was Damo.
I did not love 40 games. When I thought about what was coming up, I was like, damn, that's almost a 20 game improvement. That's putting a lot on.
I told you, we literally just came out of season where we seen it happen with the Thunder because everything went right.
Damn.
And I'm just like, listen, Dylan Brooks comes there, he actually buys in, which he's doing. Dylan Brooks is buying into the system. He's not coming over there just to chuck shots. He is buying in to be who Dylan Brooks is supposed to be on his team, which I said what happened. I was questioned for that. I'm like, nah, I see happen. Now Van Fleet is taking way more shots than I thought he was going to take. Now it makes sense, but
you glazing.
Oh, now you're back. You're back now.
Just so you know, Mars, Dylan Brooks.
Actually, I've been listening the whole time. I just decided to just let you talk.
Just so you know, Mars, Dylan Brooks, he number 1 in the league in 3-point percentage. I just want to put that out there.
I always knew he was the best shooter in the league. I don't know what I always knew.
Chilltown, you're a scumbag, bro.
I'm just putting it out there that he's number 1 in the league in 3-point percentage.
I'm not surprised. I knew he was going to be the best. I knew he was better than Steph Curry. He just didn't have the opportunity. And now we can see it. So I'm grateful, man. Shout out to Dylan Brooks.
All right, y'all, keeping it lit. More super chats. On top of super chats, Teddy Hart said Jordan Poole, if there's baddies present, is the GOAT.
Guess no one's been going to those.
So if you think there's no baddies in Washington, that's crazy.
Yeah, you just hating on the whole. Was it a state? I don't know. State?
No, that should be a province for all I care. I don't know.
No, that's shocking.
It's its own district. It's its own.
That's shocking.
But I mean, you can't. I've never been to an NBA game and not seen baddies. Baddies.
They need to put them. They need to bring them. Get all the Instagram models in the city, all the influencers. They need to just go ahead and put them courtside so that boy can show up.
Especially in DC, that's Chocolate City right there.
If you think ain't no baddies in that little sectional section that they got now in DC, that little new area.
Yeah, I've seen that. They got that little like VIP, but yeah.
They got the new sectional section, and it's like 20 bands for the season that have them there. I'm like, oh my god! If you think baddies aren't there,
let me ask y'all a quick question because I've been thinking about this whole show. What's failure for the Phoenix Suns this year?
They got to get deep into the playoffs. If they don't get deep into the playoffs, that's failure.
Like no, I'm saying, but like what? Second, third round? I mean, conference finals.
Second round or earlier is failure. If they get to the conference finals, I'm not gonna call it a failure.
I mean,
hold on. So if they get to the conference finals, even though they got Book, KD, and Beal, and they're all on the court together, supposedly that's a failure.
Remember,
if they can't win with KD, who's never won without Steph, Booker, who's done nothing without Chris Paul, and Bradley Beal, who's never done anything. I mean, yeah, I don't even know why there should be expectations, considering you don't think any of them are really that good. So really, they should just hope to make the playoffs.
And vibes to your comment, you guys don't bully me. That's the difference. You don't bully me. I'm not afraid of you. So whatever you give me, I give it right back.
You not afraid of vibes?
No.
Well, vibes a scary thing.
No.
All right, y'all, keep it pushing on these super chats. Nick Hallen said, What do y'all think about Bam's case for Defensive Player of the Year? He just outplayed AD, Triple J, and now Wemby back to back to back. How we feeling?
Well, he did not play
Wemby.
He's not better than Wemby. He's not better defensive player than Wemby. But I think Wemby's the best in the league right now because of the space he can cover with his length, bro. Wemby's length is stupid, bro. As many shots as I think he has probably the most. There is no question he has the most block shots on the perimeter. That's tough to do is block dude shots on the perimeter. So it's easier when you're getting guys in the paint, when you're helping, rotating guys driving to the basket. That's easier to be a weak side shot blocker, or it's easier to even block guys shots straight up. But when you're on the perimeter,
Mars, that's literally what I'm looking up.
How many does a star have?
It's literally what I'm about to look up right now. I'm about to see how. I don't think that's correct. But go ahead. I'm not gonna interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, it has to be correct. I don't think anybody's blocked more shots on the perimeter than him this season. As many shots I've seen Wemby block on the 3-point line on the perimeter this year, I haven't seen.
I mean, he has 4 more total blocks than the Soar.
I'm saying, I'm not stupid. I'm watching this dude every night. Every single night he catching somebody's shit on the perimeter. I'm like, how did he block that? Like, it seemed like
because he's almost 8 feet tall, like you said.
But you know why he blocked it. It ain't just that. It's the timing.
I'm pretty sure the Soar still has more.
It's the timing, it's the coordination and everything. Like you could jump in time but it's hard to get them on the 3-point line, bro. Like if you're blocking shots on 3-point shooters, bro, that's the hardest shot to block in the NBA. And Bob will tell you, Bob knows. You know what I'm saying?
Tiki, he gets off the ground a little quicker than we give him credit for. He's a lot more quicker, faster, and he got, he can get off the ground faster than what people give him credit for. They just think he's just big, but that boy, he can move. Like closing out and just getting off the ground. What's up?
Can I just ask you, what has Wemby done to deserve this kind of glaze?
That's what I want to know.
I'm saying defensively. I'm saying he's a great defensive.
What has he done to deserve?
Has he done it in the playoffs? Has he defended that way?
Yeah, has he played this level of defense in the playoffs?
Hold on. He's single-handedly holding that team together. Anything they have, any hope of defense, is all Wemby. Let me start right there.
But has he done it in the playoffs?
No, I'm saying, hold on. I'm just talking about defense. I'm not talking about your output on overall game. I'm just saying on one end of the court on his defense. You know what I'm saying? No, when you talk about other players, you say, oh, this player's an all-star, that player's an all-star, this player's this player's that. Then we have to talk about different. You just said defensive player of the year. When we talk about playing defense, bro, Wemby's a monster, bro. I ain't never seen nobody, and I've seen dudes big, long, skilled, all that, be able to block so many shots on the perimeter, timing, being able to cover ground. And sometimes he don't even be out there on them dudes. He'll be like in the middle of the paint and still get out there and block that shit. That's crazy, bro.
I still don't know what he's done to deserve this level of glaze.
Yeah, I want to see him do it in the playoffs. I want to see him block a jump shot in the playoffs before I say it.
CD's nuts, nigga. How about that?
Yo, I'm running a poll right now, and Bam's running away at 69% with who's a better defender between him and Wemby. So y'all go ahead and vote on that. While you doing that, I got more super chats. I got one from Shani 2 times. Said every argument Ticket makes comes in circles back to Bron. Ticket definitely a Bron jock strap.
I didn't say anything about LeBron. You said something about LeBron. I didn't say anything about LeBron.
That was from earlier. That was during the Clipper conversation.
I was actually giving Bron his credit, you dumb son of a snitch. I said that as much as we cook Bron, we don't cook Kawhi the same way. You idiot. What the hell is wrong with Bron?
That still will make it
brought up Bron.
That's what the point. Like I'm dissing Bron. No, he's trying to make it seem
he's just trying to make it seem like you bring up Bron all the time.
No, he's trying to make it seem like I diss Bron, like the way he said it.
He just said it comes back to Bron. That's what he said.
Man, Mars, keep
it's not my fault. I understand English, man. I'm sorry.
Keep eating that ball, Frank, that's down there under your screen.
Okay.
If you eat it good enough, I know a dude by the name whose last name is
Y'all can use your imagination on what you think Ticket was going to say right there. Yes, all right, so I got another super chat from that boy 97. He said, as a Clipper fan, the issues are, number one, Zubac sucks, couldn't catch AIDS from Magic. Okay. Wow. Number 2, Kawhi sucks in the clutch. And number 3, we play too slow with no movement.
You ain't
or just James Harden's on your team. That's the easiest.
EJ is getting a lot of love this show. He said, why doesn't Luka play the 3? The Mavs may have a better offense for the playoffs with Kyrie at the 1. However, I stand to be corrected.
I think just because he plays the ball, he needs the ball so much, and there's not really a coach that he's had at least that can come up with a system that will make sense for him not to have the ball as much and them to have a traditional or more convenient one. It just makes sense to make him the one and put him at the point. Like, he's our point guard.
Position is basketball, man. That's
okay.
PTR J-Wop said LeBron and Russ throughout 2 seasons only played 45 games together. Stop lying like Bron took the ball. He sucked on the Lakers. That's on Russ. Stop capping.
What are we talking about? What is it even addressing? Me saying LeBron's a liar?
I think it's because AD and Bron were hurt a lot that season, and so people are saying like,
LeBron still lied to him. Like I'm not gonna convince me otherwise. I'm sorry.
Chilltown, Scotty the man T would like to know if you are single and if you could take his sister on a date.
No, sorry, brother, but thank you.
Hey,
Scotty.
Chill.
What if
like Youngblood?
What if his sister like Halle Berry in her prime though?
You mean Halle Berry, the chick that was
I know. I
passed
said look
around.
like. I ain't say act like. I said look.
One of the biggest problems I've ever had in my life have been with some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my whole life. I do not mess with 9s and 10s no more.
You want an ugly duck?
I do not mess with 9s and 10s no more. No.
You want an ugly duck?
I'd be offended if I was Jules go. What the hell? I'm not a 9 or 10.
I do not mess with.
You run around with chicks looking like Bob.
I do not do that neither. No.
I think I'll be a beautiful broad.
Oh my God.
All right, so I got a couple more super chats that we gonna run down. Pimp named Slickback said Silver told the Nets they couldn't hire Ime. He was under investigation by the league and the Celtics, and they blocked it. LOL. Monday morning QB.
He was better for Houston.
Keys with the super chat said, I'm with Damo. Get Lamont out of here. Damo already cooked him. Ron, either you or Elder should take that fade.
I still want to get back with Elder. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Ticket already served Lamont for the game, by the way. Like Ticket ain't just served Lamont; he served him for the game.
Wait, what was you about to say though, Damo?
I still want my get back with Elder. I ain't like how the only time I interacted with Elder, he tried to little boy me on the Lakers on like my early days.
Hold on. I can make that happen.
Did you lose?
Get back with Elder. I don't think
I can make that happen. If you really want that smoke, I can make that happen.
I still need that back.
Okay, I'm gonna let him know. I'm gonna let him know.
You about to get cooked. 3 the hard way. That's what I'm gonna say.
I guess.
Moving along, I got a couple more fellas. Mello Williams said Tyrese Haliburton and Maxey had damn good games. Ticket, give Reese his prop, 17 assists with 0 turnovers. Come on, man.
During the playoffs.
That's a fact.
Nah, get to the playoffs. That's exactly all I'm saying to him.
Exactly. Just get to the playoffs, man.
He's been in the league for a few years. You got to be in the playoffs, man.
Winston Williams said, can we talk about Ant not going for Draymond's BS? What y'all feel about the Warriors roster? Kind of talked about the Warriors roster and that as well. Appreciate you, Winston.
And it's definitely with the drama, too. You are not going to talk to me crazy, my man. I don't care that you've been around for as long as you've been around. No, you're not.
Man, Draymond messed around and do him like he did Jordan Poole.
Slime Jenkins, this is the last super chat of the day. Slime Jenkins sent one through. Appreciate you, Slime. He said, do y'all get the feeling this is one of the better NBA seasons recently? Smoke, rivalries, stories across the league. Regular season hasn't been this lit in a minute.
No, that's a lie. Because I mean, all of your top teams are either hurt or guys have been out already early in the season. The supposed top teams. Secondly, that's the first thing. Injuries have just killed this season so far. I mean, we haven't even seen the Phoenix Suns put their team out there yet. We haven't seen the Lakers healthy yet as a full team. We haven't seen the just got hurt from the Brooklyn Nets. Cam Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got other injuries around the league. Then you got the situation over here with Steph Curry and them where they don't look the same. That something ain't right about them. Then you got Murray's hurt with Jokic. So, no, we haven't really seen what teams are really looking like early in the season. A lot of teams, De'Aaron Fox hurt already, so he's missing a lot of time. So we really ain't really get to see what teams really going to look like. I think that's bad at the beginning of the season.
I think it has an argument for being one of the most littest seasons in terms of just how much fans hyped it up and the interest fans have in this year. The preseason was the most hyped preseason I've seen in a minute. I can't remember people overreacting to just the preseason.
I don't really pay attention to the preseason, but I was actually watching.
Literally, historically, I cannot remember the time where people were literally tuned into the preseason and was that overreactionary to preseason games. Like the takes coming out of the preseason were crazy, and people just seem more like. I feel like you can tell how lit a season is by how overreactionary everybody is after every game, and after every game, either somebody's the GOAT or somebody's a bust. Somebody's the GOAT or somebody's washed. So I like it. It might be a season where there's an argument, but in terms of recent history, in terms of at least the 2020s, outside of 2020 itself, I think this is the most lit season so far.
All right, Chuck. I got one more. My man Ball Out Rick is calling me out in the chat. He wanted me to read his super chat. So chill, this one's for you. He said Kawhi angry, so a trade request is on the way. JK, Jonathan Kuminga, Moody, Wiggins, for Kawhi on the way. Chill, use your sources to make it happen. Thanks.
I don't know
I
who you
would
think
do
I
that
know.
trade from Golden State.
Hey, chill. Hey, I tell you who I would pull the trigger if I was the Cavs. I would give up Donovan Mitchell for Kawhi. If Kawhi's gonna play, if Kawhi is on a contract year where he's trying to play for a contract, and I know he's got an incentive to play most of the games, and I am the Cavs, I'm taking a shot right now. The Bucks look weakened. The Celtics don't have a bench. We don't know how real Philly is, even though we think they're great. We think they're a great team. I mean, as I look around, we the only ones selling that A1 Perico. So as I said before, you understand what I'm saying? You only looking at the Denver Nuggets as a team that's saying, hey man, that might be. If I'm the Cavs, I'm taking a shot, bro. Like, think about that though. If you're the Cavs and you get Kawhi and you can give up Spidey Mitch, who you don't know wants to stay because he didn't sign an extension. I'm putting Kawhi along those defenders in the post, Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. I'm putting them alongside Darius Garland, alongside Karis LeVert, alongside the other boy Mars is a fake 3-point shooter. I forgot his name.
Max
But
Strus.
yeah,
Max
Max
Strus.
Strus.
He
Bro,
is too.
Kill Town. They instantly, to me, contenders in the East to come out the East.
Wait a second. You're telling me that a guy that you've said time and time again won't play, can't play, he's injured. You're trading him for Donovan Mitchell.
No, I'm saying to you that he has an incentive to play. The reason why he's playing every game right now is because he wants an extension.
So he's not really hurt. He doesn't have degenerative knees.
Listen. If you're a team like the Cavs, this is the best shot you're going to get. You're going to do something like what Toronto did. I'm taking a shot at it. Because
are you telling me that Kawhi Leonard's knees are not degenerative? They're not crumbling.
No. You're not hearing me, bro. Listen, he's playing every game.
That's why I'm asking you these questions. I'm only asking you these questions because I'm hearing you.
He's playing every game this season because he has an incentive to. Because he wants to get a contract extension at the end of the season.
So his knees are fine.
Say what?
His knees are fine.
He on the court. Time out. Let me ask you one question, Bob. Do you ever see Kawhi Leonard wearing knee braces? He's supposed to have so bad knees. You never see this nigga with knee braces on. But you know what? Kobe and them had jacked up knees. Kobe always had a sleeve on his knee or something like that.
Man, let's keep Kobe Bryant out of this. Let's focus on what we focused on. So his knees healed themselves, or his knees were never hurt? I don't think they were ever at that serious as they made it seem. So he just hasn't been playing because he doesn't want to play basketball.
Yeah, I think Kawhi Leonard's a low man.
And so that's even worse then. So that's even worse. So a guy with that type of mindset is who you want.
No, it's not.
I got you, Chill. Fellas, we got to wrap it up. we can carry this over to tomorrow.
Hey, Bob,
I do want to say,
Ron, hey, Bob.
I ain't answering that question.
I'm being serious real quick. Hey, I just want you to be real though. Yo, tell everybody you had on them shorts though, dog. Be real. Tell niggas I would have got that 100 off Ron.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All
right. So I do want to put this on the screen. Last but not least, tomorrow we are going to rank how the teams in the in-season tournament are gonna look tomorrow. We'll do the West A group, B, C, then we'll do the East A, B, and C group too. We've been promising this to you guys. We're gonna get it to you tomorrow. All right. Same time tomorrow, fellas.
Hey, Bob, the white around your lips.
Bob, you got white around your lips?